Well, hello. What's going on, chat? How we doing? We good? Welcome to the stream. We are back at it, man. We're back at it. How did everybody's weekend go, guys? Did you have a good weekend? Did you have a good one? Was it alright, was it? Was it alright? Was it pleasant? Was it nice? Was it chill? Hopefully it was. Monday is here again. New week is upon us, chat. Be ready. I'm ready. Actually, I'm not ready. Typical Monday blues today, chat. Telling you, typical Monday blues. Hopefully your Monday is going or went well. Anyway, and as I say, hopefully you had a good weekend. But guys, if you're watching the stream on the YouTubes, be sure to drop a like on the stream. It's very much appreciated, and it helps out also. Just a little FYI as well. I did upload a video today. If you want to check that out, you're more than welcome to. And we're going to react to a little video before we get into the game as well today about Arknights having his own language, because I'm kind of interested in that, because as somebody who is into things like Star Trek, Tolkien's work, I do like it when, you know, worlds do that sort of world building, shall we say. But welcome to the stream. What's going on, Heinshell? Elbound, the noob. Welcome, yo, cheese. How's it going, dude? TMF. Bro, why is Microsoft Teams all of a sudden up on my PC? I uninstalled that shit. Like, my PC's updated, yeah. And Microsoft Teams like, yo, welcome back. Welcome back. That shit's getting removed. I got to nuke that somehow. But welcome. Just catching up on the in-game story. Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to delving into the story once again today. I've been enjoying it so far. Enjoying the game as well. Yeah, so we streamed on the second channel as well yesterday, guys, which we might do again tonight, I think, actually, because I had fun playing Fragpunk on Sunday. And I think I might do some Fragpunk and some Throne and Liberty as well, because I had a blast playing both of them. I might try and start doing that now, getting some regular second channel streams up. If you haven't checked out my second channel, guys, you're more than welcome to check it out. It is more Pixel Tree. I can put a link in if anybody wants it. Let me know anyway. I'll stick it in the Discord, all that sort of stuff. It's kind of just there for my chill channel, because I like to stream sometimes, even if it's just for the sake of streaming. So like, that's kind of what that's there. It's just to put up random videos about random games, about random topics, and random streams, basically. So that's what we're doing with the second channel, and you're more than welcome to check it out. Give me a second, guys. I think somebody might be at the door. 2 secs. No, it was just Elsie. She was trolling me. She made me think somebody was at the door. Yes, it is Elbound. It is. It's been in my watch later for a while, but I just haven't got around to watching it. I'm 2 hours away from it. Like, oh, you're going away, are you, Leo? Oh, I think I remember you. I think I remember you mentioning something about that, Leo. Remind me though. I'm hyped. Episode 15 for Arknights main story. Just got a little teaser. Edging you, are they? A Hypergryph edging you. I've been meaning to say you keep mentioning second channel, but never said what it was called. Yeah, I'll give you a link. I'll give you a link to you if anybody's interested. I'll give you a link to it. Like, I don't upload there regularly, but, you know, if you ever want to hang out when we're playing other stuff, there's a link for you. There's a link for you if you're interested. So yeah, I did a little bit of Fragpunk, which actually I'm really enjoying, so I want to play some more of it, to be fair. So yeah, you'll probably find like random videos. You might find gacha content going up there as well, when it's like gacha content that I'm like, I don't know if the main channel wants to see this, or, you know, like the last video we was talking, it was a reaction to the Tides of Annihilation, and prior to that it was a Concord video, and then like we did do some like Wuthering Waves content over there as well. So, you know, there's been a bit of everything over there, really, to be a bit more like I say, a variety content. Okay, nice. Well, hopefully you have a good flight. I'm looking forward to my holiday, man. It's like, I think it's like 10 weeks away now. I can't wait. I'm actually really looking forward to it. Munching on some Subway and watching the stream at the airport right now. Let's go. We're going international, baby. That was cringe. I won't do that again. But yeah, there's the second channel if you're interested, guys. More than welcome to go drop a subby. I have been, so like, one of my older viewers came into my stream yesterday and was like, oh, I've been streaming on TikTok, and he was like, you should like stream on there as well. So I might re-stream some streams over there. The thing is, I only do, I've got a TikTok account that I just don't use. Like, I've got 1 follower on there. And you need like 1,000 followers to stream. But I think if you've already got a channel like YouTube or Twitch, I think they allow you, like, they'll allow you to stream. So I've applied, used my YouTube deets and all that, see if they think it's worth allowing me to stream on there. Maybe might see some of those. I know that interests anybody, but just in case, you know, I don't know if I'll actually properly use it, but I might give it a whirl. It's always good to try out new things. What Subway you had though? That's the question. What you had? You know what? I haven't had Subway for years now. Actually, thinking about it, oh man, it's got to been like 3 or 4 years last time I had Subway. Maybe even more. Actually, it's been a hot minute. It has been a hot minute. Subway's good though. I like Subway. I think I'm going to. I think me and Rosie are going to the Hickory beef place soon. Looks really nice. Maybe Miller and Carter. She was craving Wendy's yesterday. Because like the Wendy's at the hotel that we used to go to in London, it's actually kind of nice. It's kind of decent. For takeaway burgers anyway, you know, for fast food burgers at least anyway. But yeah. So yeah, today I'll probably watch this. I don't really got anything else to look at, if I'm honest. Like the gacha space is kind of dead at the moment, chat. It's kind of dead. Never had a Subway personally. Not into sandwiches that much. Nothing beats a good burger. Well, burgers definitely do clear Subway. That's true. That is true. Welcome to the stream anyway, though, Connect. I could go for a good burger. Yeah. Rosie was even getting me thinking about it yesterday. I was like, man, you know, a nice double cheeseburger from Wendy's would be nice. I don't know, because like, I know in America a lot of people like shit on Wendy's. But, like, certain places, like their American fast food places, they're better outside of America sometimes, aren't they? So I don't know. Maybe I've just got bad taste, but the Wendy's burgers we were having in London were quite nice. To be fair, it usually was after a couple of beers. So, you know, and let's face it, most of the time when you're a little bit drunk, you'll eat a sandal, so and enjoy it. So it could have been that. You know, I might go sober. I might go sober and be like, yeah, that tastes like shit. So I guess I'll have to try it one of the days when I had a beer. Yeah, it's like in the hotel like lobby where we went, because it's a really nice hotel actually. It's like right by like the proper nice part of London, on the South Bank. Like in the middle of everything, really, like all like the trendy parts and stuff. And like in the lobby, they had like a little hole in the wall kind of thing, and you could literally order Wendy's from there. They had a Wendy's kitchen in the hotel, which was kind of cool. Well, yeah, that's true, T. That's true. Yeah, it depends, doesn't it? Because like with certain, you know, it's like when you look at things like Coca-Cola. I can't remember. Is it the corn syrup or whatever it's called now? That's like banned in a lot of places outside America, isn't it? And you know, a lot of places use actual proper sugar. I think that's why Americans love like the Mexican Coke, but actually apparently the Mexican Coke's supposed to be really good in general. So when he's actually good. I don't have one in my country, but people seem to be. I've only had it in London a couple of times, probably 4 or 5 times maybe when I was in London. And I think as fast food burgers go, it was good. Like I say, I gotta be honest, I'd had a drink most times I'd tried. Well, I think pretty much every time I tried it when I was down in London. So it can't always be the best judge, can you, once you've had a beer? Because obviously alcohol usually makes everything taste better. So it was all right though. Nice double cheeseburger from what I remember. It's true I like KFC here, but KFC that I tried in America was not it. Maybe it was a branch that has. Well, that's it, isn't it? That's it as well. It's not even just about the country. Sometimes, you know, you just get a trashy meal, right? You know, I've been to the same McDonald's multiple times, and then sometimes you just get lucky. It's fresh, it's good, you know. The person who put it together, you know, actually was decent at the job, and then next time it feels like somebody dashed it across the room and it landed in the bin, and then it comes to you. So yeah, UK chicken nuggets from McDonald's was so sad and flavorless. I don't really like chicken nuggets at all, really, that much anyway, personally. If I'm going to McDonald's, I'm not really a big Mackie D's person, but if I'm going to McDonald's, I think, for me, the best tasting thing in McDonald's is just straight up a hamburger. Just a standard hamburger. I could, like, down, like, 5 of those, and I'm good, you know? And just some chips. What I used to do, because I worked at McDonald's when I was, like, 16. This is my first ever proper job. I worked at McDonald's, and what we used to do then, we'd, like, make quarter pounders, but using the hamburger, you know, bits and pieces, basically, with a hamburger bun. That was good. That was good. Yeah, definitely Burger King is way better than McDonald's, definitely. Definitely agree with that. It's because you never had good nuggies. Might be true, might be true. Yeah, just not massive into chicken nuggets. I like chicken wings. Don't get me wrong, I like chicken. But I do like chicken wings. Yeah, not really a nuggies guy. But you might be right. Maybe I just need to taste the right ones, you know? And I'll be converted. Prefer strips myself? Yeah, definitely strips are better, yeah. Yeah, agree with that. The chicken goujons are good. Have I tried Jollibee? I don't know, actually. Let me Google that. No, I haven't. Oh, you can get that in the UK as well. Okay, it's Filipino. Oh, you can get that in the UK as well. Interesting. Maybe I'll have to try that. Okay, alright. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, you know, when it comes to like fast food, I don't really do like McDonald's and all that often. Like I say, it's been a while now since I've had a McDonald's, actually. It's been a hot minute since I've had a Burger King. Like, if I'm having, like, takeout food, I'll usually have a takeaway. Like, I'll have something from the Chinese or Perico's, which is kind of like Nando's. But I actually prefer Perico's, to be fair. You know, I'll usually have, like, 5 or 10 pieces of chicken, some jalapeno poppers or jalapeno poppers, some peri chips, peri fries. That's good. I do like that. Yeah, I'd like to try Taco Bell as well, actually. Jolly Peak. Yo, what's going on, Danny? Yeah, there's a few American fast food places I'd like to try. Because, like, you know, America's, like, everybody's noobs in comparison, aren't they, when it comes to that sort of stuff? Like, they've got, like, so many different chain restaurants in America when it comes to, like, fast food. It's insane. So, like, I would like to try some of the not so international brands in America. Taco Bell is okay, but it's something like real Mexican. Yeah, for me personally, you can't beat a good Chinese. You know, I am a big fan of Chinese food. You know, proper traditional Chinese food, and like, you know, just the more westernized takeaway type stuff as well. I do like. Domino's. I'm not that big into pizza. Like, I'm not that big into pizza. I'm not gonna lie. It's really not for me. I will eat a pizza, but, like, it's very rare that I'm like, oh, yes, I need a pizza, you know? But if we do get a takeout pizza, we typically do go Domino's. I don't really like Pizza Hut. And most of, like, the smaller places in the UK, I just don't trust them. You know, not so much for it tasting bad, I just don't trust them. Yeah, Domino's is alright, yeah. I like stuffed crust pizza from Domino's. I can get down with that. I do like proper, like, thin based Italian pizza though, you know, like proper Italian pizza. Taco Bell is great, 2 AM drunk munchies. Yeah, sushi's good. I like sushi, yeah. American Glazed Chick-fil-A so much, and I need to try and see for myself. Yeah, definitely. I love Domino's. Personally, Chick-fil-A just isn't that good. It's just chicken sandwich. What? Arby's as well. I've heard a lot about Arby's. I've heard like 50-50 on Arby's. Some people rave about it, some people trash it. It's one of those things. I mean, it's all subjective at the end of the day. Obviously, bad food can be bad food, but, like, some people, one man's trash is another man's treasure as well, isn't he? Yeah, I've heard good stuff about Popeye's chicken as well. I used to like doughy pizza, but not anymore. I really like, yeah, thin and crispy is the way forward. Yo, MG, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Why they give you cat and dog toppings? No, man. It's more like cleanliness and stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like, some of the places, like, You know, I'm sure it's the same in pretty much every country, really. There's like those, you know, those takeaway places where you're like, yeah, I feel like I'm going to come out with some infection if I eat from here. There's like quite a few places like that. Arby's is great with barbecue sauce. Beef and cheddar is kind of weird with the onion bun. Yeah, I just hear Wings of Redemption going about Arby's all the time. Domino's nice, but Pizza Hut was my childhood though. Dining in there often. Fish sandwich and chicken sandwich are kind of mid. Yeah, like to be fair, I eat it all most of the time because, like, especially when I'm training, I calorie count as well. So like, I like to eat like high protein, low carbs. You know. I like to get plenty of protein in my day, and like stuff like that for me is like a treat now and again, which over the last year has been too often, like bad food. But I'm getting back into the grind now, obviously, because my holiday's coming soon. Plus, this year is like, I want to get back on it. I want to get back on like putting some muscle back on again, leaning up a little bit as well. And I need to get back to like taking in a good 120 grams of protein a day and reducing my carbs and being in a calorie deficit as well. Do you guys have White Castle? No, but I'd like to try White Castle just from the movie, you know? From Harold and Kumar. I'm fat and junky, this is my lane. Alright, let's get started then, guys. Let's get started, shall we? Because all this food talk's making me hungry. Because I've been good again today. Like, what I'm usually having at the moment, I'm starting my day off. 3 eggs, protein shake, and then I'm not eating till tea time, and I'm having a high protein tea, another shake, and then that's it. And then usually that's bringing me up between 90 to 100 plus 100 plus grams of protein a day. But yeah, I've been finding it hard recently at the gym because like I'm in a caloric deficit. Some days it's about 1500 or plus calories more, and whoa, gym is rough. It's been rough. All right, let's get started then. Let's do this. Alright, so yeah, I think we'll watch this video. We'll watch this video and then we're going to get straight into the game today, guys, because I do want to crack on. I do want to crack on. And then, like I say, I think we'll be streaming on the second channel later. We're going to play some more Fragpunk and some more Throne and Liberty, because I have been having a blast with Throne and Liberty, actually. Game is kind of nice. I do like it. As somebody who like does enjoy dabbling in MMOs from time to time, it's been fun, actually. It's been fun. It's like Dungeon Meshi all over again, right? Worst anime to watch if you're hungry. It's like Rose is the worst for that. Like we're both like trying to be good at the moment. Last night she's on about she's hungry.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Hydrate, you bastard! I've got a cup of tea. Does that count? Thank you. Thank you, Ziley. So yeah, trying to be good, and then she's like, "Oh, look at this place, this place where you can like, you know, put together your own meal and you can do all this. And oh, look at this hickory smoked barbecue place. And oh, should we go for Miller and Carter? Look at the share platters I do on a Sunday." I'm like, bro, I'm here freaking starving, man, and you just like putting me through torture. Put the phone down, please. she's the worst for it, man, I'm telling you. It's like, read the room. Read the room. Five Guys is overrated as fuck. I think I've only ever had Five Guys once, and yeah, I think it is overrated, to be fair. Considering how much more expensive it is, well, at least in the UK, how much more expensive it is than other fast food burger places. Like, it is. Don't get me wrong, when I had it, it wasn't bad. But for the price increase, it was just like, yeah, nah. I'd rather go to a smash burger type place, you know? Oh, no worries, Ray Connect. Have you seen the new AK glazing video? I have not, no. I haven't. I'm down to check it out, though, if somebody wants to slap it in the Discord. This video's nice. AK glazing video. What's going on, Poffies? The Wooer community's having a little bit of infighting again, aren't they? It feels like every other day over the Cantarella swimming buff. Time to learn. All right. Okay. Give me a second and we'll get started. Where are we? I just need to check something quickly. I might hop in and out at points as well to let you know, guys, to answer the phone. Because my mum's had to go to the hospital today. No emergency, anything like that. It's just to try and get something sorted. And she's with my sister. My sister's been like relaying stuff to me. So yeah, just to let you know anyway, just to let you know. But guys, what I will say before we get into anything, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Let's go. We got more than 50 people in here right now. Let's see if we can get, we're at 16 likes. Let's get to 20 plus likes, right? Let's see if we can get to 30 likes. Let's see if we can get to 30 likes, guys. Let me just refresh this because YouTube's being weird. Okay then. All right, should we get into it then? Let's get into it. Let's stop the yapping. Oh, she's okay. Yeah, it's just she had a diagnosis with her eye, and like she needs to get onto some injections to help basically just preserves her eyesight, basically to stop her getting worse. Like, and apparently like 90% of people who have these injections, it fixes the problem, or at least it stops the problem getting worse. And she went to the opticians and they were like, she needs to be seen urgently within the next 2 weeks. And then the opticians messed up because they didn't send it to the hospital. They sent it to the doctors. The doctors said, oh, it doesn't matter. It can wait 2 months. And it's like, it can't, you know? So it's like, she's had to go to the hospital to try and sort something out so she can actually see a specialist today. So she's kind of like, my sister's just been relaying that to me, like, basically. So, yeah. Yeah, thank you for that as well. Thank you for that. Yeah. Appreciate it, chat. Appreciate it. It's on React Smash, Reldon Senti. Okay. You don't think you've seen this video? Others are Hoyo Shields, Cuddlebots, then we are Hyperglazers, right? And here's me. To be fair, I have been glazing Hypergryph recently, so I can't really say I'm not. But I'm just a straight up tourist. I'm just enjoying everything. I'm at the buffet, man, like, oh, I'll have a piece of that. Oh, I'll have a piece of that. Oh, give me a piece of that, you know? And enjoying everything. All right, then. Let's get into this one then, guys. It's what I've been waiting for a while, actually. From Half a Cup of Rice, how a gacha game created its own language. I am delving more into the Arknights universe, enjoying the game, enjoying the story as well, and absolutely loving the music. So this is something that is very interesting to me, especially as somebody who's a fan of fantasy. And I love it when fantasy and sci-fi do go this extra step in terms of world building and create languages, such as things like Tolkien in regards to Elvish, the Black Speech of Mordor, Klingon in Star Trek, and other universes that have gone that extra step when the writer or the creators decided to build a language. It's incredibly hard as well, when you think about it, to actually build something that translates into English or our own languages. So I'm really interested with this one. Then let's get into it then, guys. How a gacha game created its own language. Let's drop a preemptive like. And if you haven't, guys, go check out Half a Cup of Rice. Let's get into it.
One of the aspects of world building.
Turn it up a little bit. Let me know if the audio is good as well.
One of the greatest achievements for any world builder is
creating
a fictional language. Language, whether it be spoken, written, or both, is incredibly complex and fascinating. It serves as one of the fundamental bases for us humans being a social.
Sorry to pause straight away. I find it incredibly fascinating, you know, when people translate languages. You know, when cultures initially met each other and languages were translated, how people took the time to try and understand and translate it. It's incredible to see people still working on certain dead languages as well in translating them. It's such an incredibly fascinating process. And shout out to the people throughout history have allowed us to be able to speak to each other over the centuries and connected the world, you know? Let's turn it up a little bit then if it's a little bit quiet. Let me know if that's a little bit better.
Species. It's discussed and valued in both an artistic perspective as well as a scientific perspective. And it's seen as one of the strongest identifiers of a unique culture. Many cultures taking great pride in their language and using it as a way to keep their connection with their culture. When one starts to consider the sheer complexity of language and all the nuances that come with determining how a society facilitates communication within a determined structure of sound and visuals, it becomes apparent why coming up with a fictional language, even if it is based on pre-existing languages, should be appreciated. It is a testament to the dedication that world builders have towards creating their unique and immersive worlds for their audience to experience. So, as fictional languages are seen as a mark of dedication and quality from the creators of a piece of media, what if...
Here's a question that's got nothing to do with this video, but it's relating to language. What do you think is the most attractive language to the ears? I think French is very nice on the ears, depending on who it's spoken by. I think German can sound quite nice as well. But German's one of those languages where it also can sound incredibly aggressive. Somebody could be saying really nice things here in German, and it sounds like they're cussing you out. Yeah, I think French is quite nice. I think, you know, some of the old, like, you know, like, Celtic types of sounds kind of nice as well, to be fair. But, German can sound quite nice, if I'm honest, especially if it's with a nice voice, especially with a nice female voice. But, yeah, I think French can be. I can't remember which film it was now. I think it was Donnie Darko, and there was a thing in that. What's the most beautiful word in the English language? And it was cellar door, like literally a cellar door. But like when you say it out of context, cellar door, it's like it does kind of sound nice as it rolls off the tongue.
There is a genre of video games that aren't particularly perceived for their deep world building, yet a lot of them have gone out of their way to create their own fictional languages within their own lore. We're seeing more and more gacha games come out with their own deep immersive worlds, which include many fictional cultural elements such as languages. Many of these fictional languages feature visually unique scripts that add depth within their worlds. However, there is one custom language in particular from a gacha game, Arknights, that I find particularly fascinating. A fictional language that Arknights players have experienced from the very beginning, yet only till recently have we been able to gain a better understanding of it.
Okay.
Not only is it fascinating because of its complex linguistic characteristics, but more relevant to me is its unique written characters, their design, and what the characters can tell us about a culture and their language. Arknights actually has multiple fictional languages pertaining to different cultures within its story. However, the particular fictional language that we will be looking at in this video is one of Arknights' oldest languages, both within the lore of the game, as well as in the real-world age of Arknights. We don't have an officially confirmed name for this language as of now. However, throughout the video, we will refer to this language as Sarkaz.
Okay.
Sarkaz is said to be the oldest language within the lore of Arknights, being created by the earliest inhabitants of Terra, the Tikaz. The language would be passed down to the descendants of the Tikaz, the Sarkaz, who still use the spoken and written language of Sarkaz. Now, in this video, I will be covering only the written Sarkaz language, primarily the visual look of the written language.
Okay, so I haven't seen any of this yet in game, have I? That I've just like totally missed. I'm pretty sure I haven't. So this is all totally new to me now. So I'm interested in this.
Aspects of Sarkaz, such as its syntax or lexicon, are way out of my field of expertise, and there are other fantastic Arknights community members who are much more qualified to share the fascinating intricacies of the Sarkaz language.
Okay.
Our first experience as players of the written language of what we would now know as Sarkaz was with one of the game's main characters, Amiya. Towards the end of episode 8 of the main story, Amiya unlocks the ability to change her class from being a caster to a guard. Within the menu to change her class, a pop-up appears. This pop-up contains a string of geometric...
I think I have seen this, actually. I don't know if I've seen it in-game. Maybe I have, but I've definitely seen this.
Symbols, along with two other symbols below it. While the two symbols below were relatively easy to deduce as being...
You've seen this language in Enfield trailers, right?
The geometric symbols
were
more of a...
That's probably where I've seen it then.
Community members started theorizing on what the symbols could mean. However, with no definitive means of correlating the symbols with any understood language, there was always going to be some amount of uncertainty in the accuracy of these theorized translations.
Minecraft enchantment table.
The Rosetta Stone is a granodiorite stele that was discovered in 1799 during the Napoleonic campaign in Egypt. The stone itself contained parallel script in 3 different texts: ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics and Demotic, as well as ancient Greek. It was by the 4th and 5th centuries CE, many of the ancient Egyptian scripts were replaced by the Coptic alphabet, leading to the extinction of the ancient Egyptian scripts. However, with the discovery of the Rosetta Stone, the inclusion of ancient Greek, which was still understood, gave scholars a crucial stepping stone in the deciphering of ancient Egyptian scripts, paving the way for our modern-day understanding of ancient Egyptian culture.
So cool.
Arknights' Rosetta Stone came in the form of Arknights Enfield, specifically with the release of its technical test in early 2024.
Okay, yeah, this is where I saw it. That it was Enfield where I saw it. Yeah, definitely. Okay, all right. It's coming back to me now. It's coming back to me.
As the Enfield database system, the guide section containing the tutorials for the game features screenshots of the game, yet everything was written in sarcasm. This would be the Arknights community's Rosetta Stone. Using the parallel English text in place for the regular game UI.
That's a perfect way to go about it, isn't it? Because like with it being there for UI, you're gonna actually literally be able to start to see what it relates to and what it means and begin translating it, aren't you?
Members of the community were able to piece together a complete sarcasm alphabet,
the missing
as
link,
well
so
as
to
a
speak.
set of numbers and some non-alphanumeric characters. The sarcasm language can be directly translated to the Latin alphabet, and the numeric characters can be translated into the Arabic numerals. With a translation that we're quite confident in, we can take a look at the examples of sarcasm that we previously weren't sure about their translation. Starting with Omnia's class conversion, the 7 symbols that are initially displayed can be translated into "wake up?" The second string of sarcasm that pops up after her conversion is a slight bit more tricky, as the characters are actually flipped. However, if you rotate just the letter characters a complete 180 degrees, you will get the correct translations of the letters from left to right. Courage restored.
Damn, man. Arknights be throwing all of these little secret Easter eggs around all the time, don't they?
I feel quite confident in the current model of sarcasm translation. More recently,
like, the insane thing about this, right, is that typically in universes when there's a language created, right, it doesn't have to be sent, like, you know, like right at the forefront of the world, okay? But it's you know, it's heavily inferred and alluded to multiple times and even used, you know, like in Star Trek, like with Klingon. It's used multiple times, right? You know, it's used multiple times, and then, like, we get the translations from characters sometimes when Klingon characters say certain things, and the character's like, yeah, they just said this. We see it in Lord of the Rings as well. But to have a language in regards to your world building, and it's just, hey, we'll just throw it in there. We're not really even going to get into it. It's just there, you know, for other people to kind of figure out what's going on. That is kind of insane to go to that level and, you know, it not to be like, hey, look what we did. Look what we did. It's just kind of there. It almost adds to that world building, you know, because it's just part of the universe. It's there. It's in the background. It's in the periphery. It's not like focused on heavily to be like, look at this thing that we did. I think that makes it even more cool. I do.
The release of the Integrated Strategies 5 on the Chinese server gave us more insight on the sarcasm language, including its written language. The different materials from IS5 gave us the knowledge of 3 additional characters in the sarcasm alphabet.
It's like a mini
the
ARG.
C-charon, the G-charon, and the S-charon, as well as their representations in sarcasm script. Yet, despite how confident we are in our translation, there are examples of sarcasm that when we try and apply this translation to them, they result in text that we don't understand.
Imagine how many casual players don't,
For
exactly.
instance, during the second ARG campaign for Arknights in 2021, there was an image that contained sarcasm characters that were rotated in different orientations. When the characters are matched with our model, the characters spell out Latin characters that don't translate into anything understandable. Furthermore, there are translations within Arknights Enfield that similarly result in text that we do not understand, such as within the character selection menu and in Enfield Industries contract paper that was shown in one of the trailers for the games. These examples of text that translate into strings of characters we don't understand muddle the idea of whether we fully understand the sarcasm language. So
maybe
with
it's
the
like
examples of
maybe it's like if you've got things with Japanese, like, you know what I mean? Maybe you've got like phonetic sides of the language, you know what I mean? And like different parts of the language, more some languages that like refer to this language into English, this language into Chinese, you know what I mean? Potentially, I don't know.
Inconsistency in the translation of sarcasm in some examples. Does that mean that we can't translate sarcasm definitively?
Yo, what's going on,
It could be
streamer?
said that the examples of inconsistency within the translations could be attributed to the letters being run through a code or cipher to add an additional level of secrecy, or that the string of letters are a unique letter code.
Yeah, could be.
That
Could be,
just
yeah.
use the sarcasm characters.
Could be dialects or languages
perhaps
slightly different,
there
yeah.
are no deeper meaning within them, and they're just used as intriguing graphical elements. I think the answer to the question of can we translate sarcasm is that while we have a pretty good understanding of the language, our understanding is always subject to change as we get to uncover more and more about the sarcasm language. The work to understand the language of sarcasm is ongoing, and perhaps there will be more revelations that can provide us meaningful explanations for the sarcasm text in these examples that we previously couldn't translate. But as much as the discussion of sarcasm centers around translating the language into something that us humans can understand, I want to turn some attention to the aspect that distinguishes sarcasm from many other fictional languages, especially those found in other gachas: the appearance of the characters.
The whispering in the background,
In the
man, it's
digital
tripping me
age,
out.
where we are able to see and write with millions of different fonts in different styles, I think many overlook how humanity has been putting language into different visual mediums thousands of years before the advent of high-resolution digital displays. The methods of writing humans have adopted throughout the ages often shape how their script will appear. Sometimes these scripts looked a certain way because,
especially if like you think about it with phonetics, sometimes like it's not like with certain languages, it's not literally the word, it's a sound, isn't it? And then the phonetic side can be translated in more directly into the word kind of thing as well. So maybe we're seeing stuff like that. Hey, maybe they're just emoting, man, you know? Maybe it's just emojis. Maybe they're just spamming freaking emotes. I don't know.
how the language communicated its meanings. Sometimes it was because of the physical limitations
Yo, what's
of
up,
the
Acceptor?
media that were used. And sometimes it's because of the artistic flares that we add for visual appeal. One of the earliest forms of human writing came in the form of cuneiform, a writing system originating from Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
Unlike how many of our languages use a pointed-tipped pen, brush, or stylus strokes to write out a script, modern forms of cuneiform used a wedge-shaped reed stylus that is pressed into a clay tablet to leave an impression of the character. Through the writer's ability to manipulate the orientation of the reed stylus, the result is the shape of modern cuneiform script, uniquely
cool.
geometric and uniform.
It's so cool.
Blackletter, also referred to as Gothic script, similarly has the visual appearance of its script influenced by the physical characteristics of its writing utensil. Writers used a flat-tipped pen or quill that, combined with the set of strokes, can create characters without needing to constantly lift up and rotate the orientation of the pen. What resulted is the distinct blocky appearance interposed with the extremely thin lines of Blackletter's characters. And I can't forget to mention one of the most notable examples of how the tools define the look of the characters: East Asian calligraphy. Calligraphers are able to manipulate how their brushes leave the ink on the paper
I love this.
by
It's
varying
so
the
stunning.
pressure, direction of travel, and how the brush is lifted off the paper. The result? Elegant flowing strokes of varying thicknesses,
It's an art
with
form, I think.
terminals that can be rounded, tapered, or sharp. The appearance of the script can also be influenced by other physical factors aside from the writing utensils themselves. For many Brahmic scripts of Southeast Asia, the primary media for a written script were dried palm leaves.
Okay.
A scribe would take a knife pen and inscribe grooves of the characters on the palm leaf, after which ink would be applied and flow into the grooves, while the ink on the surface of the palm leaf would be wiped off, revealing
It's so cool to think about people doing this, like, in ancient times. You know? It's just wild. It, like, makes, obviously, with prehistory, that's the reason why it's called prehistory, because we wasn't, like, writing stuff down. But it's like, you know, was we? There's got to have been points, maybe potentially was, but it was just lost forever. And it's such a small amount of people that potentially were doing it that it was lost as well. Because language as well is a major thing, isn't it? Like, in the development of cultures, without a language, without a spoken and a written language, the advancement of a culture, of a civilization is impossible, isn't it? In the ability to pass on knowledge, to store knowledge, to learn, to explore. Without that, you kind of like stunted, aren't you? So it's such an interesting factor of human history when you think about it. Like we take it for granted, don't we? At least probably our mother tongues. Obviously, if you speak multiple languages, you probably don't so much, and you don't necessarily maybe think about it unless you are starting to learn other language or you're conversing with other people in other languages. But it's something we just take for granted, and it's such a pivotal point in human history was the creation of language and words, spoken and written, especially written to advance us, for the, like say, the logging of information to be passed on to people in the future. It's a well thought.
The script. Scribes had to be careful not to tear the leaves while inscribing the characters, and thus adopted more rounded character appearances, as angular characters would be more prone to damaging the leaf. Even the adoption of printing would lead to script being dictated by the physical properties of the medium. Chinese woodblock printers, while developing a standardized typeface for their typepieces, carved out the characters with the wood grain running horizontally. This meant that it was much easier to carve out strokes running horizontally without them breaking, while carving out vertical strokes was more difficult.
That makes sense, actually. It's going to dictate, the actual material you use is going to dictate how the characters are actually designed to a degree, isn't it? It's a good point, actually. One I've never really actually considered. The medium you're working with was a part of what helped, build the language, at least visually, in the way it looks.
Resulting in the distinct look of Songti/Mingti, with its thin horizontal strokes and thick vertical strokes. So we've seen that the look of characters is impacted by the tools used to write them and the medium used to print or display them. When looking at the examples of other languages within gacha, we can see that many of them emulate the strokes of
Can you imagine reading a letter of declaration of war and it's just emojis?
Handwritten scripts.
Man, if we carry on the way we're going in humanity, that's how it will happen in the future.
Fitting with old, ancient human scripts. Yet, when we look...
Just send a letter to the president across the world and it's just literally like, bomb emoji, fire, gun. They're like, okay, I'll see how it is. Let's go.
At Sarkaz, we see many details about the appearance of the Sarkaz script that presents a very different story. By far, the most distinct aspect of Sarkaz is how geometric it is. The script is composed entirely of polygons, with the only curves coming from circles. The majority of characters, such as A, D, J, L, M,
it almost looks digital.
U, W, and Z, are combinations of simple geometric shapes such as triangles, circles, trapezoids, parallelograms, and rectangles, oriented in different ways. Other characters, such as Q, S, T, and the numeric symbol for 1, are unique single polygon shapes. Another important observation of the characters is that they are all filled in rather than being outlines of strokes from conventional pen, brushes, or styluses. This could
X looks almost like the Yellow Pages. The walking fingers.
Perhaps support a theory that these shapes were not written per se, but rather imprinted by geometric shape stamps.
Yeah, almost stamped, yeah.
However, I think there's evidence that points to Sarkaz not being developed as a script intended to be quote-unquote handwritten at all, but rather a script developed for display in a completely different medium entirely.
Okay.
One point that we haven't touched on yet is that since Sarkaz shares similarities with the Latin alphabet, are there any variations in the letter case, i.e. do lowercase/uppercase letters exist for Sarkaz? As the writing of this script, we have yet to see any examples of varied Sarkaz script for uppercase or lowercase characters. All instances of Sarkaz feature Sarkaz characters that are consistently sized with each other. So what about the examples of Sarkaz script being used? Can we learn anything from those to discern anything? Ironically, I think it's what the script hasn't been used with that points to the idea that Sarkaz was not meant to be handwritten at all. There are yet to have been any examples of Sarkaz script being used on documents, literature, or other long-form writings. examples where there are a lot of text and the text is smaller, demanding ease of writing and legibility. The sarcasm script doesn't particularly fit these two requirements. If we were to write out some of the sarcasm characters with strokes, we would see how many times one would have to stop their stroke to change direction, or take their...
Well, yeah, when you say about that, like, you know, with if you think about it, a current typeface may not be needed anymore with digitalization making way to more for more new types of language. Yeah, you just look at like AI. Have you seen it when you like have two AIs communicating with each other and they realize that AI and they switch to that, was it Gibberlink or whatever it is, and it basically they switch to like audible language because it's like much more efficient and faster. You know, you think we're gonna have subset. I know we do with coding anyway, but we're gonna have that like a lot more predominantly being a part of our not so, it's something that we won't even be able to perceive either or interact with, but it'll be a language that's involved in our culture going forward, which is kind of crazy when you think about it.
pen off the paper to move over and start a new set of strokes. Furthermore, there are many characters that have small features such as empty space between the shapes or small cuts. When we look at these characters in a smaller font size, we can see that they can lose these features.
No, gibberish language is terrifying. Yeah, that'll be like in the Terminator stuff. That'll be the thing you hear before you know you're hunted down by the AI. He's just talking to each other. Yeah, I'm dead.
To the legibility of these characters. So, since sarcasm seems like a script not developed out of a handwritten script, how did sarcasm develop? There was the previously mentioned theory of the characters being stamped onto the writing mediums.
Oh, like,
however,
well, yeah,
there is
slang as well. Slang's like an like, you know, I don't know if I want to say an advancement of language, and sometimes it's like a degradation or regression of language. I mean, but look at especially specifically English, like obviously because I speak English, the amount of slang that you get in English now, and you know, the different variations of slang of like in England, like, you know, from traditional slang that was used back in the day to like Cockney sort of rhyming slang to now more, you know, the more traditional, well, not traditional, the more modern, like Caribbean, Jamaican, English sort of slang combinations that are going on, you know, and then you look to America and the sort of slang that's going on there. You know, sometimes like we American and English both speak English, but sometimes Americans will hear English slang and be like, what the hell are they saying? No, not even just an accent issue. They're saying words and they're like, I don't know what that means, and vice versa kind of thing. And some of it definitely is brain rot language for sure.
a recent piece of evidence that may point to another
Yeah,
theory.
true, yeah, Dakota,
The
definitely.
character Logos. Logos is a caster who uses magical incantations that are
It's
written
natural.
in
It's
sarcasm.
natural for language to
As we
evolution,
see
isn't
in his
it?
character artwork and his
To evolve,
effects
sorry.
during gameplay, Sarkaz characters appear to float around him and are applied to enemies when they're hit by Logos' attacks. This is where the theory of Sarkaz as a display language comes in. Rather than visualizing the Sarkaz language through physical means of writing, the Sarkaz language was first manifested through non-physical means by the magical powers possessed by those who understood the Sarkaz language.
Okay.
This could perhaps help explain why the Sarkaz language is so geometric and simplistic. From a graphics perspective, having a bank of common shapes that make up the majority of characters, primarily having those straight lines for those characters, and using circles which have much simpler arcs, all make it easier for something like a computer to render the vast amount of shapes that would be associated with a language. If the process of conjuring these visual representations of the language was similarly taxing on an individual's powers as they would be with the computer, then such could support why the language took on such simplistic geometric forms.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So, without any evidence of alternate typefaces for Sarkaz, what would a possible alternate typeface for Sarkaz look like? Perhaps one place to start is by making a version of Sarkaz characters with serifs. But what is a serif typeface in the first place? Let's take a brief look at what the serif is and its origins. Serifs are wedge-like extrusions at the end of a character's stroke. They can be extruded from either one or both sides of the stroke. The origins of the serif is surprisingly a controversial discussion. While most agree on the origin of the serif being from the period of classical antiquity in the Greco-Roman world, the actual purpose of the serif has been a major point of contention. Many people have speculated the origin of the serif to be based on the practical reasons with regards to the medium most serif letters were found on, stone inscriptions.
Oh, okay.
One theory presents serifs originally being a way for the
you?
stone cutters to mark stopping lines for their cuts.
That's
Over time, these marks would be incorporated as part of the...
That kind of makes sense, actually. Especially when you think about the idea of, like, chiseling. It is odd, isn't it? 'Cause, like, say, the physical medium that we use, like, you don't, like, say, I've never really considered it when it comes to the idea of, like, why ancient languages looked the way they looked. And it makes sense when you think of the tools they had to write the language down. You know, when you've got a piece of paper and a pen, you can make it look as intricate and as fancy as you want, can't you? But when you're working with something that's less malleable and a little bit more restrictive, then you need things to actually be a little bit simpler, not just for understanding, but just for the actual fact of creating it. It's kind of cool, actually.
Letters' visual
It's kind of cool to think about.
Another theory lists serifs as being a product after most of the letter has been inscribed into the stone, being used to clean up the ends of the letter.
I wanted to be a stonemason when I was younger.
Edward M. Kadich, in his book The Origin of the Serif, presents a theory independent of the physical aspects of the inscribing of the letters into stone. Instead of serifs being a product of the stone cutting process, he proposes that serifs were actually part of Roman calligraphy strokes of the letters when they were being marked onto the stone. Stonecutters would then follow these painted marks while inscribing, which included the flowing extensions natural to the brush that would go on to become the serifs. Whatever the origin of the serif may be, what we know for sure is that the serif has become a staple.
The rock cutting kind or the secret society like the rock cutting kinds. Hey, you know, if you get something good, maybe we could try. But nah, I think it's interesting. It's a cool talent to have. You know, when you see people like creating stuff out of stone, it's incredibly cool.
Of Western typography throughout history. Given that its ubiquity lies within media that has only just been phased out, mostly in the past century, serif typefaces have often been associated with antiquity and historical media. So, when talking about the Sarkaz alphabet, would it be possible to make a serif
I just think of that
font for it?
episode of The Simpsons.
Well, the following work you're about to hear is from the talented graphic designer Lent, who has graciously allowed me to share his work process while creating his version of a Sarkaz serif font.
Okay.
Unfortunately, because the Sarkaz script is solely comprised of enclosed shapes, the closest thing that we might be able to achieve are modulated symbols, something that serif fonts use for symbols such as delta. However, what we want to achieve is something similar to traditional Latin serifs as a whole.
Actually,
Lent states that there is an interesting path brush which, when applied to the Sarkaz letters, takes the horizontal sides and expands them while removing the vertical lines directly. Although this might be a bit brute-forcing in his mind, it's still recognizable as the original letter and can be simply interpreted as an alternate writing script. Thus, if we gave the letter the pointed ends and repeat it for every letter of the alphabet, then we'll end up with a serif version for Sarkaz, which we can call Sarkaz serif. The actual serifs themselves are based on the serifs from the typeface Sinzul, which Lens chose because Sinzul was the only English font that appeared in IS5, aka the roguelike game mode that was set in Kadzul, the Sarkaz's homeland. If we put the Sinzul letter and the Sarkaz serif letter side by side, then we can see that the pointed ends are exactly the same. However, the Sarkaz serifs are not modulated like
Quick, right, I'm shagging your mummy's Sarkaz.
Now, let's compare Sarkaz with Sarkaz serif side by side. Here is the most commonly seen English language pentagram. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, which, for your information, that means that this phrase contains all the letters within the English alphabet, written in Sarkaz and Sarkaz serif, respectively. But what about a sentence in actual Sarkaz?
It does a little bit, actually, more to do.
Here it uses a sentence, part of my Sarkaz.
It actually looks... It does look better. I like it. It looks really cool.
To, like, give it the birth of language hours. So what can we use sarcasm serif for? Well, in fact, there are plenty of use cases for sarcasm serif, as having just one different font option opens up many possibilities. For example, Lens created this example of a newspaper with sarcasm serif paired alongside regular sarcasm. If you wish, you may attempt to decipher the article that he created, but its contents will be in Latin. As a hint, the topic of the article discusses the lies of the sancta. I feel that many of us, myself included, tend to always forget just how much of an impact language has on our livelihoods, beyond the scope of its practical purposes for communication. It's quite frankly incredible what us humans have been able to achieve over millennia, with just the use of elegant ways of communicating vast amounts of complex information through sounds and strokes of ink. For those of us who are alive now, language is a means to feel more connected, not just with those who we speak the same tongue with, but also with those who speak or write in a different language. The languages that we don't know are a mystery to us, but that's exactly why we seek to understand them. And through that process of learning to understand another language, the language inadvertently connects us with others as we learn how to understand each other. And for those who were part of past generations, language is the means for their legacies to continue. For as long as we understand the language they spoke centuries ago, we will still be able to recount their stories. And for those words that we may have forgotten,
it's like that was a big conundrum when it came to toxic waste and nuclear waste, wasn't it? In the symbols to use for toxic waste, because obviously the process of storing toxic waste is that it's put away somewhere, potentially for it to be there for thousands, if not even tens of thousands of years. And the civilization that might discover it could be a civilization that just doesn't understand the way we spoke today. Language could be lost, you know. We think, that wouldn't happen. But you think about it like where we're at in civilization now. 10,000, 20,000 years down the line in human history. So much could have happened. We could have and almost annihilated ourselves, regressed. All these changes could have happened that had to try and come up with a symbol that showed that this is something dangerous as much as they possibly could, because obviously the people finding it might not go, oh, that's toxic, better not open it, you know. And I find that interesting. Yeah, exactly, Mordador. Yeah, the idea of something spiky was something that was considered. Yeah. Because that's inherent to us, isn't it? The idea of something sharp is dangerous and such. I think if they did just put a spider on it, I think even in 10,000 years' time, people would be like, oh, shit, yeah, let's not open that. But, yeah, it is as well when you think about it. Like I say, the whole thing of language is what allowed the civilizations throughout Earth to propagate, to expand. Because without the ability to talk to each other, communication wasn't there, even in things like hunting. And then without the ability to take that spoken language, that spoken understanding, and to put it down on whatever the medium was that were using, leaf, stone, whatever it might be, clay, and then to leave that information for future generations who've then learned that language. You know, it's what allowed us to continue to learn and advance, isn't it? Because you think about it. You know, you've only got a couple of generations of people not learning the language, and then you're in a position where it's all just inaccessible to us, isn't it? Which, you know, there's plenty of things that could happen in our as a species that could make that happen. It's like, I think about that, you know, when you watch like post-apocalyptic films and series like zombie outbreaks. It's like when you think about it, because a lot of the time these people are in a place of just pure survival. How long would it be until the language that we speak now broke down and just became something else, you know? And it was lost in its entirety if there wasn't little hubs that was managing to survive, to keep it going, to keep books and stuff like that, and keep learning children how to speak and how to write. And writing and reading will probably go out the window pretty fast, but the ability to communicate that information probably would deteriorate quite rapidly. And you think about it, there'd be many words that would just be lost out of necessity, wouldn't they? Because if you're surviving in like a post-apocalyptic world, think of all the words that, and structures of sentences that would just literally wouldn't be needed anymore, because you wouldn't need to communicate that sort of information, would you? It'd be kind of crazy, really. And jokes on me, we still speak Latin. Ancient Egyptian was dead language, and then Rosetta Stone was found, now it's alive again. Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? Like the people who do that fascinate me. Like I say, the people who are able to translate ancient dead languages still, like say today, people are translating manuscripts, scriptures, all that sort of stuff. And just when you think about it, the first interactions of between peoples throughout human history, when language was a total barrier, and it was, they began to break down those barriers. It's so fascinating. Yo, what's going on, Chase? Welcome to the stream. I do find it interesting. I had a theory that Sarkaz letters look like that because Sarkaz has a habit to build new thing on top of the old one, like they build houses on houses, use cannibalism to gather. Okay. What do you mean specifically by that then? Even most of today's society only use a minority of the whole dictionary, I think. Yeah, true. When you think of it, yeah, that's a good point, the amount of words that can be used to elaborate a point in many different ways. That's true. I think most of us do tend to use a very small part of the potential vocabulary we have access to, don't we, really? So it's a good point right there, And I think we've seen that to some degree in a lot of English-speaking places as well. As we say, a couple of generations, it can be totally lost like that, can't it? So, we could be in a position where people in thousands of years are finding this toxic waste going, what the hell is that? Because the understanding's just gone, and hopefully they do see that imagery as like, let's not touch that. That's probably a bad idea.
And over time, we will find a way to rediscover lost languages to read their stories.
Probably made the language one merging pieces instead of carving letters.
Can be retold through academic papers, folk stories, and silly anime games. Once again, a huge thank you goes out to Lens, who not only gave me the initial idea for this video project, but also graciously allowed me to discuss about their Sarkaz Serif project. And thank you very much to everyone who watched the video. See you next time.
That was a really good video, actually. That was a really, really good video. I enjoyed that. I like videos like that start to get you thinking about stuff just outside the game as well. Like I say, we're having conversations about language in our own worlds and, the potential of things like that to happen, what we've discussed. That was a great video, actually. I've got to subscribe to my guy. Half a Cup of Rice, amazing video. I really like that when we're talking about a video game here and we're having a much deeper conversation about things. That was a really, really good video. Guys, if you haven't checked out Half a Cup of Rice, go check them out. One of the oldest customer complaint. I think I've seen that, Skybird. Yeah, I think I've actually seen that one about the customer complaint. Wasn't the oldest written text a one-star review of a copper merchant? Something like that. I know I have seen one where it's like a list of different things like that. It's like, man, damn, people were moaning back in the day. It's kind of cool to see that even back then, you know what I mean? People are like bitching about people. I mean, the alphabet is only a tiny part, same with words and syntax, how shapes, context is the hard part. Yeah, true, yeah. Check the AK glazing on React Smash. I'll have a look in a second. Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll definitely check out some more of his videos because he makes some really good stuff. How's things as well, Chase? You good? People are just people, no matter the time. Exactly, yeah. I think that's the thing as well. In the advancement of the human species, things really haven't changed that much, really. We haven't changed that much. Our brain sizes and all that. We are not much more intelligent than the people back then. I'd argue that quite a lot of us are probably less intelligent. We have a lot more access to knowledge where we can learn more. But it's our brain size now has changed very little for a long time in in humans history, hasn't it? It's just we've got access to so much knowledge now. Yep, on the shoulders of giants, believing they're flying, right? So it is when you think about it, you think about like the history of humanity. It is an amazing thing, you know. You think about like all the things as a species we've gone through. Like it's like say, and it kind of when you think about stuff like that as well, it kind of does. Not to be a Debbie Downer, it makes you sad about the things that are happening nowadays. You know, the war, the division. As a species, everything we've been through, and you think about all the things that have happened, you know, prior to our evolution as a species and civilization and all that, how lucky we are to like exist on this, you know, how quite unique and individualistic Earth is in the solar system, and the amount of perfect things that happen just at the right time for like this little moment for like life to happen and humanity to come from it. You know what I mean? And you know, it is a fascinating subject, a real fascinating subject. Also, we probably lost a lot of knowledge about nature, tracking our ability to navigate via the Earth's magnetism and other senses. Definitely, yeah. We definitely have lost our touch with the Earth, haven't we? In terms of grounding and stuff. It's like you just look at things like most modern humans now, with the way our feet are shaped. You know, our feet are shaped in a particular way because we wear shoes from when we're young, and that's not the natural way your feet are supposed to be, are they? You know, little things like that. All the different things that we do that are like unnatural to us as creatures. The idea of going out to work 8 hours a day. We understand for the civilizations that we've created to work, we need that. But it's kind of an unnatural place for humans to be, isn't it? We are creatures of the earth, just like all the wild animals out there. We are wild animals. We've just domesticated ourselves over thousands of years, haven't we, really? People baffled on how humanity built things thousands of years ago, but again, they're the same human with the same brain capacity, not cavemen. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. This is true. This is true. It is really fascinating. Like, you know, like I say, I do love history. The human condition is a fascinating thing. There's a difference between knowledge being lost and knowledge just not being widely spread because it might lose importance. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. You know, it's like things like when it comes to like the pyramids and stuff. And we've got so many different assumptions and ideas on how they did things. We still don't know exactly. You know, like things like Stonehenge. There's a lot of strong theories on how they did it. You know, they know where they got the stones from and how far they transported them and stuff like that. But you know, they've got the best theory of what they thought they did. But you know, it's things like that. It's like the idea of that. I'd love to, you know, like the idea of being a fly on the wall. Imagine just being a fly on the wall and watching, you know, ancient Britons transporting those monolithic stones across decent vast distances sometimes to build Stonehenge, and watching the Egyptians building the pyramids, you know, kind of crazy. What's going on, Zane? Welcome. Kind of what this convo came from a video about gacha games. What the hell is a floppy disk, etc. Right? It's crazy. All right, what's this video that you guys have got me looking at in React Smash? In Reacto Smash. Let's have a look. Did you want to look at that, yeah? No, they're not your average gacha video. One that Reldon shared. I think I saw this video on my feed the other day. And I think I might have added this to my watch later. This talk is better than Terran political talk. Are we down on which is Greek fire? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the one, yeah. That's why, like, sometimes, like, I think, you know, I'm like, damn, bro, like, obviously we don't know what will happen in the future. I think, like, the stupid stuff we've all said on the internet and, like, videos like this will people, you know, like how you see these videos of, like, Victorians, you know, Victorian lads, like, the first time seeing a camera and they're staring at the camera to think that little did they know, like, 100+ years later, there'd be a bunch of people with Cheeto dust on their fingers watching them. It's like, I wonder what, you know, in 100 years' time, will people be watching this shit going, yo, what the fuck? You know? It's kind of wild to think about. All right, let's have a look at this one then. Arknights is the best gacha I stopped playing. Okay. All right, stopping a preemptive like then. The best gacha I stopped playing. All right, I'm curious then. I'm curious.
Alright, when you sit down to play a game, generally you'll have some expectations about what you'll get out of it. If you're playing a shooter, you'll most likely be looking for something high-paced and action-focused. If you're playing a multiplayer game, you're
Depends. I'm being a bit picky now. It depends. If you're playing like a more Milsim, then maybe not. But yeah, he's right.
probably someone that's there for cooperative content, and if you're playing a story-driven game, it's reasonable to assume that you're playing it for the experience offered through that story. With gachas though, being that they're pretty much all live service games, I'd say most are there for the long term. The build-up over time is where the value of these games come from, whether that's through the slow progression of character upgrades, the long burn of the story that these games usually have, the feeling of finally being able to clear content after a while of working.
I think all of that is a part. I think for me, I think why I've been having so much fun with gacha games over the last year or so is the ones that I really enjoy, which is really odd that I really like Arknights because it's a tower defense game, because I don't like tower defense games, is the idea of having an RPG game that can be ever evolving. The shame is that typically they evolve into a bad spot. That's the problem. You know, as somebody who's been a fan of action, JRPGs over the years, I think that's a big reason why I like gacha games. Same reason why I like MMOs. Like, you know, a lot of gacha games, especially things like Wuthering Waves, definitely do feel like kind of like single player online RPGs, and, you know, Star Rail, an ever evolving turn-based RPG, isn't he?
To do it, or whatever else. These games are ones that you never really complete in the same way that you can finish a story game or meet a goal you set in a multiplayer game, or maybe even a rank you could achieve in some competitive shooter. Instead, they offer a variety of reasons to log in and keep players engaged. But what happens when you have a gacha game that is less of a gacha?
2 seconds, chat. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Is my mom ringing me? Okie dokie. All right, let me just go back a second then. Let me just go back a second, get back to where I was.
But what happens when you have a gacha game that is less of a gacha and more of just a game? Well, for me, that was Arknights, and it was truly a different kind of experience.
Okay.
So what is Arknights?
It's a peak music company. That's kind of true so far, what I've been enjoying of Arknights. It kind of feels like that. Definitely, I think Enfield felt like that for me. And 2.0 with Wuthering Waves felt like that as well. The beginning of 2.0. Enfield felt very much like that for me. This just feels like an RPG. Almost like a single-player MMO with party action RPG elements. It really didn't feel like I was playing a gacha game. Now, I don't know if that's because of the base building element going into there to dealing with a lot of the stuff that would be typically your typical gacha rotation gameplay. So yeah, I think those are the three for me, the 3 points where I felt like, where I'm like, it doesn't really feel like a gacha game. Pretty much every other gacha game kind of feels like you're deep into the gacha space.
Arknights is a tower defense gacha released by Hypergryph in 2020 that definitely has the bones of a more traditional gacha game, right? Like you have stamina systems, you've got 6 different rarities of characters you have to roll for, you have XP systems and skills you need to farm materials for. There's ascensions that unlock different aspects of characters like passives and other stuff like that, and a whole bunch of other things that are normal to see in these types of games.
Yep.
Where Arknights sets itself apart from the rest of the gacha landscape is what else it offers beyond those things. If you want a unique and future tech art style that you can't find in many other places, it's got that. If you want characters that are both full of variety in terms of design plus well written, there's a ton of those. Do you want an actually well thought out and very in-depth story? Well, there's 14 chapters of it, and the first arc, which consists of 9 chapters, equates to the length of the first 4 books in the Chronicles of Narnia series. Maybe you want difficult content. Not only is there hard mode versions of all the story stages, but there's also both easy and hard event stages, and on top of that, there's endgame modes that have difficulty modifiers that you as the player get to choose to customize your experience.
So this is kind of like that new mode that's coming to Woowa as well that I'm interested in. This is the sort of stuff I like. I like modifiers on my content that allows me to play it in different ways.
Do you want more permanent and, more importantly, infinitely replayable content? Well, boy, do they have you covered with an entire roguelike mode that's gotten 5 full version updates that entirely change how it plays each time the updates happen. And you can still play the old versions and get their rewards too. And that's not even mentioning that you can still play all the old events that you may have missed out on as even more permanent content.
I got so much content to get through, man.
For a wide variety of players. So as long as you don't mind the gameplay as well as the chibi art style that's used in the actual combat, there will be something for everyone. The biggest thing that sets Arknights apart from all the current mainstream 3D gachas is that it's a tower defense game, you know, kind of like the old Bloons games I'm sure we all played ages ago. You're given a grid-based map with specific tiles that you can place your units on, some of which can only go on the road tiles that enemies move on, and some of which are placed surrounding those road tiles. This means that for the most part, it plays like a strategy game. There are some broken units that you can use to circumvent the need for strategy in some stages, but the great thing about the game is that
we don't do that here. We don't do. We're a good boy. We're a good streamer. We're your streamer. We don't do that here. We don't. We still haven't chose our 6-star selector. No E2s. No broken units. No supports. We're a good guy. We're a good guy.
That good strategy will
We're
pretty
feeling
much
the proper
always allow you to
pain.
clear a stage, even when you don't necessarily have the most optimal units for it. You get to place your units through a system called deployment points, or DP for short. Usually it recharges over time, but by the time you have enough to get your team placed, the enemies would have already gotten into your base. So there's certain units you can place that have skills to generate it quicker called vanguards, but that's not all. In terms of other units, there's a wide variety that you have at your disposal. There's 8 main types: caster, guard, medic, sniper, specialist, supporter, defender, and vanguard like I mentioned just a bit ago. Each of those main types have anywhere from 5 to 11 subclasses that allow them to do different things depending on what subclass the unit has.
Vanguard lives
Those
matter.
main types are all pretty simple. For example, defenders are generally going to be your tanks, medics will be your healers, casters are your mages, vanguards generate DP and stuff like that. On the other hand, the subclasses are where things get a bit crazy. Like I said, a defender is generally considered a tank, right? And that means they're usually there to absorb damage and take aggro and block enemies. Well, Arknights said, what if they were actual tanks like you'd see IRL, and made a defender subclass called Fortress, where instead of just absorbing damage, they shoot back. And man, do they shoot back a lot.
Boom, 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 boom.
Jeez.
That's just one example, but it definitely plays a pretty huge part into opening up doors for each player to have
She
a different
protect
experience
and
whenever
she
they play the
attack?
game. My defender units could be the more traditional type of tanks. Yours could be the fortress ones. And another
See, this is what I do hope we get in Enfield as well. I want to see the ability to have subclasses to like be able to maybe potentially respec, go down particular routes with characters, and actually, this is the sort of strategy side of like your team that I'd like to see in Enfield, where it feels like that you can actually have them like used as the role that they're actually used for, or that they should be used for, or however you want to use them, should I say. But it gives that different feeling when you're building your teams out. I hope we see some of that. I hope so. Do you reckon we'll go down that route, guys? I'm hopeful we will, because I feel like that'll be a massive benefit to Enfield in regards to nuance and variety of teams in the future for the game.
Another person could have one that acts as a pseudo-medic. There's a ton of variety, and all of this adds more depth to the game. On top of that, there's a ton of rarities available, which might make you think that there's some units that are kinda just trash, but even the lower rarity units are still able to clear most of the content, not to mention that some of them are genuinely very good, and others are sometimes the best option to use depending on the enemies you're fighting and the game mode that you're playing. A good chunk of the units also have more than just one skill at their disposal. The one
I hope
to
the
2
cookies
stars
all
don't
say.
have any,
I
but
think they'll
they all
cook.
have unique
I think they'll
passives.
cook.
The 3 stars have
I'm
1
confident
skill,
they
the
will.
4 and 5 stars have 2, and the 6 stars have 3. Having a wider range of options to choose from definitely plays into the strategy aspect of the game. Like, one skill may be better on map 1, whereas another skill may be better on map 2. This all leads to a ton of diversity across the game.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's not just the types of units that offer that diversity, because
Again, I think this is why, like, as I said, I've never been into tower defense games, but I think this is why I'm really enjoying and potentially seeing the longevity in a game like Arknights in regards to keep going back and playing it, is because it doesn't rely on mechanical skill. Now, obviously, I know you've got turn-based games that don't rely on mechanical skill, but usually the fight's won before it started. Now, I know you could probably make a similar sort of argument with Arknights, but the in-stage strategy, you know, the on-the-fly adjustments and planning is like something that I really like, and that adds that so many more layers and nuance to the actual gameplay itself, rather than like something like an action game that can have multiple different kind of content to tackle in different ways. But once you've got skill expression down, everything else is kind of just going through the motions. Where with this, unless you've got like seriously broken units, you know, there's always a different way, and I really like that, or at least that's what it feels like so far anyway.
Because the game pretty much lets you choose your own way to play, and on top of that, if the characters aren't that amazing, they can eventually get buffs to become better later. I will say that there definitely are some characters that aren't amazing. I mean, that's bound to happen when you have over 300 units. That said, for the most part, you can still use those not amazing characters whenever you want, assuming you're willing to put in the time to create a strategy for them. For example, one of my old favorites was a character called Mint. She was a character given out in an old event and isn't really considered to be super good, or at least not at the time that I was still playing. Despite that, she's one of the few characters in the game with the ability to CC large groups of enemies by dragging them to her location, and I found that pretty fun to do when you followed it up with another character that dealt burst damage. Was that the most optimal way to play the game? No, but it was certainly fun when I did it, and it still cleared stages. That's just one example, but stuff like that is prevalent across the game. If you want to use an old unit, there's almost nothing stopping you from doing so, even in in-game modes. I'd actually frequently bring my favorites to the endgame, because assuming you developed the right strategy for it, there'd be a way to clear with them while getting all of
This
the
dude is one of the
rewards.
6 meme
That's
fans
not
out
to say
there,
that
respect.
There aren't characters that are better than others, and as you push further into the super difficult endgame stages that don't offer any rewards, you'll probably have to conform more to what's considered meta, but all of that is optional, which brings me to another important thing the game has: the ability to play at your own pace. Most things in the game lack the aspects of FOMO that are prevalent in most other gachas. You can do the story whenever you want, because the only real unlocks from it are the materials that you might need to upgrade your characters. But if you don't want to do the story for those unlocks, the events that frequently run have stages to farm materials in them as well. Even new materials that were released after the game launch usually get stages in older chapters of the story, so that if you already completed it, you're not forced to spam through the new stuff to get whatever you need for the new characters. Another thing that helps in this game is that the only events that don't end end up returning eventually are the collabs the game has had, like Monster Hunter, Rainbow Six Siege, or the one that recently just started with Dungeon Meshi. Though that's more due to licensing than anything, so some like the Rainbow Six collab not only had a rerun, but a second collab as well. All of the other events will always come back and then become permanent content after they do. And the important thing to note with that is that clearing the permanent version of them not only lets you obtain the gacha currency you get for clearing the stages for the first time, but also the free welfare units that the events may have offered, like Mint that I mentioned earlier. This is also really helpful because there are some
just like the recruit system as well. When I first got into the game, I was like, what? I can just get characters like these. It's kind of insane. Now I know it's like more lower end characters, but I've still got like plenty of characters that I use out of that, which is kind of dope actually. You know, especially when you're coming from something like the Hoyo version, or even something like Wuthering Waves, where it's like, you know, everything is a premium really, for the most part, unless it's on a standard banner. It's nice to have that.
Some events that are tied to the story. If you're not caught up when an event runs and you don't understand the context of it lore-wise, it'll always be there as a permanent event that you can come back to later.
You got 3 6 stars from the recruitment boy, like 2 of the map. See, that's kind of insane.
Skip story, and you even get a summary as to what's happening if that matters to you. Something else that's really nice to note here on the topic of FOMO, and also the character stuff that I talked about earlier, is that units in this game that are higher rarity will almost always have a lower rarity counterpart that can act as a substitute. If you want a Fortress Defender to act as your artillery, but you don't have Horn, the 6-star, well, you can get Ashlock or Fire Whistle as the 5-star options. Don't have Scylla, the 6-star flag bearer that prints DP? Well, you've got Elysium, the 5-star, or Myrtle, the 4-star, that are actually better in some cases. Want a sniper to specifically take out drones that can't be targeted by your melee units? Well, the 2-star operator Ranger can actually be used for that in quite a few non-endgame stages. The amount of options available is kinda staggering, and sure, that's partially due to them having over 300 units in the game, but I can only consider that flexibility to be a good thing, because it makes the gacha part of the game significantly less predatory. When you have a viable alternative to the high—
I do like as well that copies are a little bit more inconsequential, and it seems like that's carrying over to Enfield as well. Because that was one of the big factors where I was like saying to people like, look man, this gacha system actually seems like it's going to be decent for me personally, and if it does do what we think it's going to do and what it did in the beta in regards to characters going into the spook pool and all that sort of stuff, which I know as that gets bigger and bigger, the likelihood of getting particular characters reduces, but the chances of still losing but winning being there makes it like potentially one of the best systems for low spenders and free to play players, in comparison to something like a Hoyo game or a Kuro game, or at least Wuthering Waves, should I say. And people just couldn't get their head around that. They were, all they saw in their head was, pity doesn't carry over on the guarantee on the 120. No! And they just went mental, because they're in their head, all they're thinking about is that copies matter. Pity needs to carry over, because once I've lost that 50-50, that banner's done, that character's gone. When it's not the case, or it doesn't seem that's going to be the case anyway.
Highest rarity unit, then you're less incentivized to go and spend your currency specifically to get that higher rarity one. On top of that, not only do you get a pretty sizable amount of gacha currency just for playing the game, but it's also farmable. The rates for getting the highest rarity units are solid at around 2% with a soft pity of 50, and every roll you do gives you certificates that you can use to directly buy 5 and 6-star units in a shop. This, coupled with the fact that Arknights only releases 3 to 4 limited characters a year, with the rest going into the standard pool, means that you can invest in the characters you want rather than the characters that you may need. This is even further exemplified by the dupes of characters not actually being that important. There's a few—
Yeah, exactly, T. It groomed into shaving off that pity, yeah. Is it like, you know, chipping away, doing the broke boy pulls kind of thing, which, you know, I do myself, where like a system like that, it's like, hey, you know, people were like, oh, what you're saying, it's greedy and stupid, because like when I made my video, because some people were like quoting Mr. Pokey's terminology, but I was like, it's not that, but it's just, this is a system that if you're smart and you save to the point where you got the guarantee, you are going to get characters much faster and much cheaper, and potentially still get a bunch of others along the way as well. But like you say, people have like, well, nah, man, I'm used to just doing one pull here, one pull there, hoping I'll get hit at the pull, my 50-50 early kind of thing. Then I've got the guarantee, and in the head, that's like the best system there possibly is, and something else can't be better than that.
Rare exceptions, but for the most part, it's just a one and done situation. All you've got to do is get the character once, and then you're good for the long term. So, I've just spent the last bit of time glazing the game, and all seems good, so why is the title of the video
Exactly,
I
Hoodro,
stopped playing? First, let me give you some context about myself and also my experience with the game. I'm both a goal-oriented and also pretty competitive guy. Something that I really enjoy in games is when I'm given the opportunity to reach for something really high up. In something like an FPS game, that'd be getting a high rank like hitting GM in Overwatch or Immortal in Valorant. In a story-focused game, it'd probably be something along the lines of getting all the collectibles.
No, Radiant.
That's
a good rank, though.
And in a game that's more focused on grinding, like say Monster Hunter, it'd be beating the hardest monsters and getting a perfect build for my character.
Not having the guarantees, but is not better than having the guarantee, no matter how you frame it. I don't see, like, of course having a guarantee could be better, but I think that the Enfield system will allow you to get characters cheaper and faster. You know, because you're going to get your 50-50 at 80 pulls. You're going to get your guarantee at 120, where that's it. You've done 120 pulls. You've got your guarantee, you know, where with Wuthering Waves, your guarantee is at 160. With other games, it's 180 or more. So like, it's not a problem. It's just not a problem because you don't need to be pulling on every banner, you know, because there's only going to be, well, if we're led to believe they do the same thing, there's only going to be so many premium banners. If you lose your 50-50, like I did on the first banner, I lost my 50-50 to Yvonne. Yvonne was the next premium banner, so I'd already won the next banner. So, and I got the character anyway, so I got both characters on the first banner. So when the next next banner rolled around, I already had both characters anyway. That's a better system in my eyes. You can frame the argument about the guarantees, yeah? That's if you're just chucking pulls here and there. But if you're actually a little bit smarter and a little bit more reserved and not falling into that trap of every time I get a pull, I make a pull, you'll get the characters faster and cheaper. We can make the argument about the guarantee, but the system's giving you a different system that's better for you. But it's just that people are so used to, I've got 5 pulls, I've got to throw my 5 pulls down. You know what I mean? And the 120 as well. When you hit that 120, you've got to take into account at that 120, you've got 2 characters, not 1. You know? You've got 2 characters. You've got your guarantee and your 50-50 as well. So that's the thing, which I think is, I think that's a better system. You know what I mean? I genuinely think that's a better system. I can understand some people not liking it. I totally get that. And of course, a guarantee would be better. End of the day, 50-50s out of gacha games would be a better system overall, wouldn't it? Having a 20 pity and a guarantee of 20 would be the way to go. But, you know, it's never going to happen. It's about picking the battles, I suppose, isn't it, really?
Character. All of those things are in games.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
really
Yes, the dupes really don't mean that much either.
Gacha game is, but something that I found interesting with Arknights is that it offered those same types of goals and achievements to reach.
And as well, what you got to take into account as well in Enfield is every single pull's getting you pull currency for your weapons, so you don't then have to go and then do more pulls for your weapons. You're stacking them up as you go along, you know, and the amount of weapons you get is actually kind of insane.
For. So when I started playing the game, I kind of felt that
it's just the guarantee that doesn't carry over. The PT does.
I played Arknights from its global launch back in early 2020 all the way until late September of 2023, so a bit over 3.5 years. During that period, I cleared all of the available story on both the easy and hard difficulties. Every event released in full had.
That's a good point as well, MG. I always say that you can have the best gacha system in gacha if the game's super stingy in what it gives you in regards to pulls in game. It ain't the best system, is it? Because you're still going to have to spend. You could have a really kind of like stingy system where it's like, oh man, I've got to go how many pulls to get this? But if the game's throwing you currency left, right, and center, that's another thing as well, isn't it? It is all dependent, and that's the thing we don't know yet. You know, the beta seemed pretty good. Of course, on launch, they might bait and switch us. We'll just have to see, won't we? Really.
Every character.
And this is all assumptions. We don't know yet until the game launches. You know,
and
things might change.
Past what was required in that endgame to get all the rewards by picking all of the extra difficulty modifiers that they gave you. The events in endgame are where I felt those goals really shined. I'll talk about the events first as they're a bit simpler. Events in Arknights are usually story driven, and as you go through them, there will usually be a bit of trouble that the event characters run into that results in a bunch of combat stages. Once you finish the story mode version of those combat stages, about a week later, you get to take a break from farming those event stages because there will be a second set of stages released that are harder to complete and that have a hard mode difficulty tier on top of that. Sometimes these difficulty tiers come with enemy lineup changes, sometimes they come with extra modifiers, and sometimes those changes the maps too. On paper, it's just an increase in difficulty, but the part that I found super interesting was going for the event achievements to get an even higher level of difficulty. See, every event had a set of achievements to complete called medals. Only by doing very specific things could you get all them, and on top of that, a few of the medals had even more specific conditions that you needed to fulfill to do what was called trimming the medal.
See, this is the sort of stuff that I'd like to see them add to Wuthering Waves in regards to resets on holograms and modifiers that you could have for difficulties to like really stack the difficulty up, and then you get like these little medals and stuff. You know, because like I've heard people say they don't want resets on holograms because if it's currency there for the people who are struggling to clear holograms, they're going to be missing out on currency. We'll take the currency out. First clears, you get asteroids. After that, it's just cosmetic items, mats, and things like this. Little things that you can obtain to say, well done for doing that thing, like.
For example, some stages gave you things on the map that aid you in clearing the stage. While to obtain the base medal, you're usually limited to using that map aid just a few times, trimming the medal might require you to not use it at all, adding an extra layer of difficulty to clearing the stage and also something to shoot for if you wanted an extra bit of challenge. After all, the medals were just a cosmetic badge that you could put on your profile page. It doesn't actually give you anything otherwise. For me, this gave each and every event a purpose, apart from the story of course, as there was always something to chase after getting past those base stages. It ended up being something that I considered pretty fun and was also part of the reason that I kept playing the game for so long. Now for the endgame mode. The main endgame at the time that I was still playing was something called contingency.
New Enfield is going to be a bait farm. What do you mean?
Contract. The way this worked is that there was a permanent stage that lasted the duration of the event with a daily rotation of stages that were separate from it, and for both of these types there were modifiers you could choose to make it easier or more difficult, with the goal being to clear it at a specific difficulty threshold based on the modifiers you chose. These modifiers were called risks, and each one had a point value attached to it, with more points being given depending on the difficulty of it. A 1-point risk might simply give the enemy some extra defense, whereas a 3-point risk might add a unique mechanic to an enemy. To claim all the rewards for daily stages, you had to reach risk 8. For the permanent stage, you had to reach...
I'm telling you now, I am a part of the Wuthering Waves community, and that's kind of up until recently, because I've just been a bit burnt out with the game. That's predominantly the content to make. But I guarantee you now, when it comes to Enfield's release, you know, people talk negative about the Hoyo community. I guarantee you it's going to be mainly Wuthering Wave CCs creating drama in the Enfield space. Now, I'm not saying there might not be drama in the Enfield space anyway that just comes up within the community anyway. Of course, it's going to happen, right? But I can guarantee you there's going to be so many Wooer CCs jumping on, tempting to pull it apart. Anytime there's a slight little mistake that happens or something that's perceived as a negative thing, they're going to be all over it, trying to tear it to pieces. Look at what we saw when we saw the gacha system. You know, you'd already got people saying worst gacha system ever. People talking about like crazy shit about the building systems, the combat, the movement. Like they were all over it. People already making of it. Is he going to kill Wuthering Waves? And it's just like, bro, fucking hell. All right, Mordor, have fun. But yeah, I think the Wooer space will be coming hard for Enfield. There'll be a lot of people who really enjoy it, but I think there'll be a lot of people who want to tear it down as well, because there's just a lot of people like that in the Wooer space.
Risk 18, but just because the reward stopped at 18 didn't mean you couldn't go higher. If you wanted, you could actually pick every single risk available, which sometimes let the risk count go all the way up to the 30s. If you didn't really get the idea from what I was saying earlier about my competitiveness, that's what I set my goal to be.
Was the amount of Wuthering Waves creators that thought there was no pity at all? And there was no carryover at all, and they totally missed the guarantee part. Oh man, it was just like, oh my god.
I didn't go out of the gate on the very first contingency contract clearing it at the highest difficulty, but I did end up doing it eventually. First, I just cleared at risk 18. Then I had to jump to the mid-20s, then the high 20s, and finally all the way up to the max risk for that CC at risk 33. I reached my goal, and then from then on, my goal was to maintain it. While I didn't necessarily max risk every single CC afterwards, I did always go well above and beyond the basic risk 18 each time that mode ran, all the way to the very last one before they closed the mode for a while to introduce a new endgame. And that meant that I got every single trimmed medal for those CCs. Once that mode...
Okay, dude's been gassing the game up. I'm curious to see why did he stop then? Was it just looking for new pastures to enjoy? Was it just a burnout? What was it?
Ended, I kind of felt a bit lost.
And
in
has
the
he
game.
totally stopped playing?
Like, now what? But after spending some time trying to figure that out, I kind of just stepped back and thought, well, I've kind of just done everything I wanted to do. I realized that for lack of a better word, I actually felt content with what I'd achieved in the game. This was a game that I poured hundreds, if not over 1,000 hours into across the time I'd been playing it. I fully cleared and very much enjoyed all the story that was available at the time. I cleared every event that came my way. I had tons upon tons of max characters. I cleared every endgame that was released and furthermore did so at the highest difficulty you possibly could. I realized that I didn't actually want anything more because, honestly, I just didn't need it at that point. It really
completed it, mate. Right? I think that's where bro was at. Completed it, mate. Right.
It felt like that moment of peace you get after finishing a banger story where you kind of just sit there and absorb what happened and how you feel about it. It kind of just clicked in my head that this game that I'd been playing for over 3 years at this point was just that, a game. It didn't feel like a gacha that I eventually got burned by. It didn't feel like a live service game where I was always waiting for the next update to come so I had content to do because there was so much of it available for me to do whenever I wanted. It felt like I was rewarded for the time that I put into it just like a non-gacha game would do. The payoff was there in every way possible, and as a result, it just felt like a genuinely full and complete experience. And I mean,
that's a good feeling to get, especially from a live service game, you know, because usually your divorce, shall we say, your parting, your separation from a live service game, whether it's gacha or it just happens to be a live service game, whether it's PvP, online, MMO, whatever it might be. Usually it's either you change and you're looking for something different, or the game goes down a path where updates after updates make the game worse, things get greedy, the content just gets lesser and lesser, and you know, the game comes away from you basically rather than you leaving the game. Or, you know, things like end of service happens and stuff like that. A game you love, you continue to love, and it just vanishes because everybody else doesn't feel the same. It's not very often with a live service game can you get to that kind of piece that you get from a box price game where you play through it, you finish it, you have a culmination, and then you have that feeling of like, okay, that was great, and I feel fulfilled, I feel full, I feel satiated, I can process it, and then I can move on to something else. It's kind of rare, that is. So, you know, that's kind of cool, actually.
Sure, that's not to say there weren't more events and stories and stages to do that came after I quit, but it just didn't feel necessary to me at that point because I felt content, and it was honestly a pretty cool feeling to have when compared to other gachas that just don't offer that same feeling to their players. I didn't quit Arknights because of bad gacha rolls or because I got bored with it or even because I had some bad experiences with the company running it. I quit because I realized that the experience I had with the game was one that I actually felt happy with, and it was also one that I felt comfortable moving on from because in my eyes, I completed the game. Like, I smashed every single goal and achievement that I set out to do, even beyond what the game itself gave me. All of this is why Arknights is the best gacha game that I've ever played. It's the best because it's not a gacha game. It's something more, and it's something special that I think everyone should play at some point. This is something that actually has me extremely excited for their next game, Arknights Enfield. If they were able to create an experience like this once, I have faith that they can do it again. I really do hope that they take the good things from the OG Arknights and bring their philosophy for that game over to Enfield as well. If they stick with their vision and direction in the same way that they did for the OG Arknights, that game is going to be a huge hit despite its focus on factory building, and personally, I can't wait for a wider audience to be able to see what the devs for this game can really do. Anyway, this video spawned from some questions I've gotten a few times in Discord and also on stream, which are what's your favorite gacha game and why'd you quit it? So I thought it'd be a pretty interesting discussion for a video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. So with that, I'll leave a question for you guys. Have you played Arknights before, and whether...
Let me pause it there a sec. That was a real pleasant surprise to see the reason why you'd stopped playing the game, basically. You know, it wasn't, like I say, a rough ending, burnt by the company, burnt by the gacha system, the monetization. Game just got dry, content was crap, annoyed at how the story went, annoyed at the quality of the game, the meta, the power creep, whatever it might be, all the things that you can think of with a live service game. It was just like, I felt fulfilled, and I felt like I'd done everything I needed to do. You know what, dude's a lucky dude in that regard. Like I say, outside of box price games, it's a rare thing, that is really. It's a really rare thing, so... Yeah.
Or not you have, do you plan on giving Enfield a try? Feel free to let me know down in the comments
and stopping
below,
at the right time as well. Having that ability to do that as well, recognizing you're at that point, where a lot of us sometimes would get to that point and continue on, wouldn't we? till we got to the point where we was getting frustrated with the game. That's why I've kind of took a cognitive decision at the moment to step back from Wuthering Waves. I'm jumping in just to get my login stuff and that, but I've took a step back even though I've got so much content to do, because I've got to a point where the game's making me feel like that. But I think partially it's me as well. So I'm like, right, let me step back before I start to not enjoy the game, to not like the game. And I think to be able to do that at a point when you're really enjoying the game, that takes a lot, you know, to be able to step back and go, you know what? No, let me keep the good memories, you know, like leaving a relationship before it gets super sour, and have good memories rather than it being arguments all the time, I guess.
On my Discord link
What's
in
going
the
on, you
description to talk with me about it. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, subscribe, and if you haven't already, maybe give my other videos a shot too.
Okay, yeah, man, we got to subscribe to this dude. That was a really good video. That was a really good video. Well put. Explained his opinions. Like I say, we got like 70% of the video in. I was like, dude, we're just glazing the game. Why did he quit? What changed? And I guess nothing did change. Which I say, pleasant in this space. It's not very often you see that. Most people who've left any particular gacha game have usually left for a few reasons, and it's usually negative, isn't it? So yeah, good to see that dude just felt like I say, it fulfilled himself from the game. He was satiated, he felt good, and he was like, right, time to move on, man. Time to move on. I like it. Guys, and check out FL2UR. Check him out. You know, I'm gonna put a link in the chat for this one, guys, because I think that's a content creator worth checking out. I like that. Dude did pretty much everything in the game as well. He's obviously good at the game, wasn't he? As well. It happens to games like Destiny 2 and World of Warcraft. Lovely. He done with Arknights and understand what HSR problems happening right now. Yeah. Not that I'm not that I saw the future, but like that's kind of a reason why I stepped away from Star Rail quite a while ago. Actually, to be fair, now it's probably coming up to. Yeah, nearly a year. It was round about when Wuthering Waves launched. So I stopped playing it. Now, Wuthering Waves is a big part of it. But yeah, I could just feel it, like, and I was just like, as I said, Bella Bog for me was like peak gacha. I love Star Rail, but like I knew where Star Rail was going. And I'm kind of glad I stepped away when I did, because I still see Star Rail as a positive game. I see where it's at now, and I see what's coming, which isn't great. But I'm glad I'm not there and frustrating myself and banging my head against the wall, hoping that it will change. It's why I say I'm absolutely loving Zenless Zone Zero at the moment. The second the game does go down that route, I'll bounce, you know? Now I know people might say we're already going down there with who's on the screen right now in Miyabi and some HP inflation that's going on. But for the most part at the moment, for me, everything feels clearable, and you don't necessarily need to be running characters like Miyabi. Yeah, and the second it stops feeling like that, I'll dip out. I think the worst thing you can do in a game is keep sticking to it. Because at the end of the day, games are supposed to be fun, aren't they? It's what we do in our spare time to enjoy, to wind down, to relax, to have fun, to be competitive. And if it's none of those, what are you doing? You know, there's plenty of games out there that will give you a good time. Stutzer, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, Squire. For us, OG, we finished the game and we started New Game Plus, basically. Arknights is about 4 years of sorry if nothing bad will happen. Sure, events kind of prove this. I am looking forward to all the content that's ahead of me. It's why I'm kind of excited at the moment, because obviously we've got Enfield coming, whenever that happens. Hopefully it's this year. Because God, I want to play Enfield. But like, I've got Arknights now with a bunch of content to take me through. Zenless, I'm really enjoying at the minute. I'm really enjoying Reverse 1999. I'm hoping I go back to really enjoying Wuthering Waves at the moment. I've been getting into Throne and Liberty recently. I've been playing a bit of Crystal of Atlan as well and having fun with that. I've been getting into some other games as well. Been trying to get back into Grey Zone Warfare. Update coming for that soon. I do want to actually start playing Fragpunk as well, because I've been having a blast playing Fragpunk. So like, I'm kind of like in a place. Saying that, I've been like that for the last 2 years now. Just after, I think it was just after the COVID. It was like before, post COVID, like 2019 through 2020 through 2021. I went through like a bit of almost like a midlife gaming crisis, in a sense, where I was not having fun gaming. Now, streaming and content creation, I think, was a major part of it, because I was streaming games that was bringing in me a lot of views, but I just stopped enjoying them. Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto, those sort of games. And don't get me wrong, I love GTA, but I was playing it to the point in a certain way all the time that I wasn't having fun with. And then I went into Fortnite and I was playing Fortnite every day and I was making good money and I was getting lots of viewers. Like, because I was waking up every day not wanting to do my hobby because I'd turned my hobby into a job and I'd focus so much on a particular couple of games. It just made me want to stop gaming. And I literally went, I went like probably about 9 months without touching a video game because, you know, I just got burnt out from playing the same game constantly. And like the last 2 years or so, I've just been playing what I want to play. You know what I mean? I've just been playing what I want to play. If it gets views, it gets views. If it doesn't, I don't care. You know what I mean? If I stream to 5 people, if I stream like yesterday, I was streaming on my second channel and I've got that specifically because I enjoy streaming. I don't mind streaming if there's 2 people watching me, honestly, because I'm playing some, because like sometimes it's nice to just stream, talk about video games. And, you know, that's why I've set up my second channel for that now as well. So when I'm feeling like, you know what, I just want to play some, whatever, some random game that nobody cares about. Fuck it, let's just stream it over there kind of thing. You know what I mean? Loyalty's weird in gaming. We gotta learn from how miserable being a league player is. The new game called Tribe 9 with the art solid. Yes, I like Tribe 9. I've only played like the first hour or so of the game, but I really do like it. I need to get back into it. I got it here. I do like Tribe 9. Time check. Yeah, we're getting into the game now. We're getting into the game. As a new, it does sound really tiring. It is like, don't get me wrong, streaming is not hard. You'll have content creators out there that'll make it, oh man, it's a hard job. It's not. It can be emotionally and mentally draining. Streaming can, you know, you put yourself out there. Sometimes you get a crap load of abuse for it, and you know it can be mentally draining. But you heard the other day all the different jobs I've done. This is the easiest thing in terms of something that can pay you money to do because I love video games. But I think a lot of content creators get trapped, especially if it pays the bills, and I can understand that. Get trapped in like, well, I've got to do this because this is what people want to see. It's not a nice place to be in, especially if you enjoy video games, you know? So yeah. Arknights is approaching the end game of the story. I hope that Arknights will have a proper end and won't get milked beyond its lifespan. I think it probably, well, I hope it won't, because my thought process is that Enfield's coming, right? It seems like there's some kind of tie-in happening. It would be really good if the story flows into Enfield, Terra gets its conclusion in regards to that story, and, you know, some stuff carries over, tendrils of Terra carry over into Enfield, and Enfield then becomes a focus for them, where the game's still there, there's still content to be done, potentially, but in terms of story, it gets a little wrap of a bow, and that's coming from somebody who hasn't even gone through it yet. Some other people might feel differently, but I feel like that'd be a good way to, like, respect what they've created there, because they have created something cool. And I think to drag its corpse on years after it needs to be won't be a good look, will it? All right, Leo, catch you later, buddy. Safe flight, dude. Safe flight. You know, there's nothing worse. It's like when you see a show and it goes 3 seasons past its sell-by date, or a movie has 7 sequels and it's like, we should have stopped at 2. You know? Sometimes it can be like that with gaming, can't it? It can be hard if you're not particularly good at being entertaining. Oh, yeah. Well, I think to grow is hard. To grow is hard. Definitely, yeah. Like, it's a hard space to be in. It's the entertainment business, isn't it? It's cutthroat, you know? There's always somebody out there who's willing to undercut you and, you know, somebody who's just better. You know what I mean? But in terms of, like, difficulty in what it is, then no. But, yeah, you're right there. League is great with friends, and if you're not depressed playing it, but I feel like a lot of people play it to get out of those troubles. And like, yeah, well, it's like a toxic kind. It's like things like Valorant and CS:GO. I love them, but they can be games sometimes that can leave you really pissed off, especially if you're playing ranked. You get into a bad form yourself. You're getting paired up with the worst possible teammates, and you can't help yourself because you may be D-ranked, you're like, I've got to get back up, and you get into that cycle. It can be rough. It can be rough. Number one reason for streaming as a starter should definitely need passion rather than searching for clout. People see through a lack of passion straight away. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Catch you later, Leo. Yeah, that's what I say for me. Like, I'm at that point now where I never did start YouTube for that, because, like, man, I started my YouTube channel back in 2012, just uploading random freaking Call of Duty videos. But streaming for me was like, I just got to that point where I was like interacting with comments, and I was just like, man, it'd be cool to like talk to people live. And that's what got me into streaming. And I love video games. Like I say, I'm still a kid when it comes to video games. New game comes out, I genuinely get excited. And I mean that. Like, genuinely get excited. My mouse come the other day. I was excited. I was showing Rosie, look at my mouse. Like a kid. You know what I mean? Like, and I love talking about video games. I do. Streaming is hard if you want it to be hard. Yeah, true. Don't get me wrong. If you get yourself into a space with the community, that can make it hard. But I think sometimes we've spoke about this, the streamer can, in a sense, sometimes the community is like a mirror of the streamer, isn't it? I think it's also, yeah, that's true as well, Hudro. There's a lot of people who've got popular, young, and that was their only job they've ever had, where like, somebody like me is a little bit older, I've done roofing, I've done sales, I've done retail, I've done factory work, I've done driving jobs, I've done a bit of everything, you know what I mean? So like, I know what a day of going out to work is, getting up early and doing some hard graft and hating going to your job and understanding what difficult work can be compared to that. Streaming's like a walk in the park, you know what I mean? It's a pleasure. I don't mind that. Continue the world building with the side stories, new game. Yeah. Like I say, having little bits added to it's totally cool. Give me a second, chat.
Happy Ramadan Day, and I hope you doing well.
Sorry about that, chat. Sorry about that. Kiari coming in with the pro sub. Happy Ramadan Day and hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. I am doing very well. The timing was was terrible there. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. You're a legend. You're an absolute legend. Elsie wanted to go outside. And then she didn't want to come in because it's sunny outside. So she, I'm like, come on. She's just like, I don't want it. It's sunny. So I can't leave her out there in a minute because obviously she's supposed to be wearing a cone of shame. She seems to be pretty much healed up now. But I don't like leaving her out there just in case. So yeah, I had to watch her. So my bad. The timing, right? The timing. But welcome to the stream. All right, should we get into the game then, chat? Should we get into the game? We've been yapping, right? We've been yapping enough, I think. It's not a pixel stream though, right? Unless we're yapping, you know, it's what we do. It's what we do, right? It's what we do. Sunny's rare in the UK, totally understand it, right? What is that in the sun? The sky, Squire? Sawyer. It's big and orange and it feels warm. It burns. It burns. Oh, as well, guys, when I was talking about the second channel earlier on, I'm going to be streaming Atomfall when it comes out. Anybody's interested? Be on the second channel anyway.
What will we be doing today, Doctor?
What will we be doing today, Doctor? Oh, Kiara gifted the elite sub. Let's go. Kent. W for Kent. Thank you very much for the gifted. Kiara, you are an absolute boss. Thank you. Time during the stream just so you stop yapping. Actually, should we reset, go again just for Kitty? Eh? Get some W's in chat, guys. Get some W's in chat. Let's get some W's in chat. Get some W's in the chat for Kiari, man. Thank you very much for the gifted. Wizard else in chat. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I got filtered. I got filtered by the crabs. I have nowhere near enough damage. Nowhere near enough damage, you know? I feel like I could definitely stall them, but
Sleep sound, Doctor.
Just wouldn't happen. You know, it just wouldn't happen.
By the time you wake,
we're done for.
will you have forgotten about me?
Come on, I'll get some carbon sticks actually. Let's get the sail stuff. Let's get the sail stuff. Alright. Alright, let's have a look at our recruitments. What did we get? What did we get? You can change your oh, you can change the main menu, can you? Not just character. I didn't know that, no.
I'm glad to be working with you.
Alright, cool. Okay, I'll take that. What's in the bag? No, I didn't. No. I'm trying to be good at doing that at the minute, even though I know it's for the events.
I'm Lava, a caster. Here to join you
I
simply because
don't
I'm
mind getting
bored and want
filtered at the
something
moment.
to do.
I genuinely don't.
But I heard my sworn nemesis is here.
Refresh on this one then, you in chat. Refresh on this one, yeah? You reckon, chat? You reckon? Refresh? Skill summary amount to the most cost-effective things to buy in the credit store because you can only get them using sanity. Refresh? Refresh? Alright, let's go. Oh, fast redeploys in there, though. I'm hearing the little audio system. It's been a while since I've heard that happen. Fast redeploy, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Alright. What's going on, Sawyer? Welcome to the stream. Fast redeploys guaranteed 4-star. Right. Yo, what's going on, BS? Yeah? Okay. Shall we refresh or whatever, chat? Whatever on this one. Record specialist. Specialist. Back to back. We're golden, are we? Are we golden? We're golden, chat. We're golden. What does specialist guarantee you? 4-star, is it? Is it 4-star with specialist? Specialist guaranteed 4-star. Alright, cool then, man. Hey, bit of luck. Bit of luck. Let's go. Alright, we're cooking. We're cooking. Okay. Okie dokie.
Pretty nice room. Maybe, once I get used to it, I'll turn it into my new body.
Have I matured?
Bro, I love cruise.
What can I do for you?
よし、シルチャックにここの地図を作ってもらおう。
Yeah, sure.
Lovely Miss Closure told me that you need help here.
Why does that bot sound so cute?
What should I do next?
These facilities could use an upgrade.
It's okay. I'll be
Back
fine
to
by
work.
myself.
Back to work. Back to work.
Shadow flash by?
Oh, come on. I'd rather be alone.
Oh,
Make me
what a
some
noisy
money.
place.
Make me some money. Yeah, I love the way it lands. It sounds just cute. Alright, spam time. Spam time. Alright. Okay. I haven't. No, I haven't. Duck Lord, no.
What will we be doing today, Doctor?
We're hopefully gonna not get battered today. That's the plan anyway. That is the plan. We're gonna you know, we're gonna try and cook. That's what we're gonna try and do. Whether we will, different answer altogether. Redeployment time -4 seconds, tax speed +8, improves talent, DP cost -1, heal. Alright, lovely, jubbly. Okay. Alright, back to it. Then guys. Oh, the new banner's up, yeah. We're gonna hold off a sec. We're gonna hold off. I'm still thinking Lappy, man. You guys are saying the Lappy ult's coming, you know? And I'm like, I do want that Lappy altar. I really do, you know? I do. Alright then. We got to the end of chapter 2. We're in 3. We're starting. We're ready to go. What's this here? Operators deployed will not be targeted by enemy. Operators deployed on it will not be targeted by enemies' range attacks. When fighting in the world, operators can take covering some forms of terrain to reduce damage taken. But please pay attention to the enemy's invisible troops. Oh shit! Invisible troops. Oh, what? So we're in this grass. They won't be attacked. Lappy Altar is just worth it. Oh yeah, Big Strike the training ground in archive. It's a tutorial and gives 200 gacha currency each stage you do. Yeah, we'll have a look at that. Did you watch the video I sent ya? I don't know. I don't know. Which one? Okay then. Alright. Invisible enemies. I've heard you guys speaking about this. I don't know what to expect. Well, I guess invisible, but I don't know. Let's have a look. Who was the guy? Wasn't there a guy that I got that you guys were like, doesn't deal with those guys? It was the one that's got like the weird ranger. I forgot who it was now. Who was it now? I've got Silver Ash, yeah. Totter. Was it, was that? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was Totter who I was thinking of. Yeah. Totter doesn't then. Okay. All right. I'll say I got Jay off of Recruit as well. I forgot to say. We got Jay from Recruit as well. All right, whatever. Let's just see what happens. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right, then. Let's go. Looks like you had a rough time as well. Madam Chen, what happened here? We were ambushed by Reunion. We were caught in a withering assault with no reinforcements. They easily routed our forces. And Misha? She was taken away by a woman dressed in red. I really should have. Never mind. Madam Chen, why is Misha so special? If you keep hiding things from us, it's only going to be harder and harder for us to continue working together. So, we hand her over, and the loser. Good job, guys. Good job. LGD, let's go. I have no obligation to tell you. But Rhodes Island has an obligation to understand the objectives and prepare our strategies accordingly. Naturally, we'll continue to follow the LGD's instructions during our operations. However, when it comes to using the infected to fight other infected, we need all the information we can get. While you may have that information, you don't have the means of using it effectively to reduce your losses. On the other hand, we have the ability to stop Reunion, but we don't know what they're after. You sounded a bit like that doctor just now. Is that so? I think this is something that is equally important to both of us. I see. I mean, he was like, did I really? Did I? I sound like Doctor. Oh my god. I made her happy, didn't he? If it's because you need to ask for permission from Chief Wei. When we investigated Misha, the most prominent bit of information was that her father was one of Chernobog's most influential people. Skip story? Nah. Misha's father? Naturally, we don't know how much Misha knows about Chernobog. She could know nothing, or she could know everything. Nobody knows. Except her. We also have no idea what kind of information she might have. Since you predicted that Lungman would be Reunion's next target, it's obvious that we have to prevent Reunion from using Chernobog. That's why we can't allow them to have Misha. We were aware of the fact that someone who fit her descriptions has taken refuge in Lungman, but until you actually found her, we weren't able to verify if that intel was accurate. If that's the case, we can't waste any more time. We have to stop Reunion and rescue Misha before they're able to take her back to Chernobog. Skip story. Boo! Boo that man! Rhodes Island, prepare to move out. It was the LGD's responsibility to track her down. And letting Reunion capture was a dereliction of our duties. You're damn right. Rather than launching a joint operation, we'll need Rhodes Island to eliminate other threats from Reunion. This is an order. Understood. Don't let me down. Hey, wait, you know, back at ya. No, don't beat me. You should have thought twice before entering Lungman. Lock them all up. They're not with this group of infected. Hearses. Not with this group either. Damn it all. They retreated way too quickly. It seems that Reunion also has its own hierarchy. And that makes sense. If they organise the big, come on, you think they're just all just working in tandem, you know? They just left riffraff behind to buy them more time. To think that a single person could delay our reinforcements? Just who are they? Only villains skip story. Madam, we found some Reunion stragglers over there. Follow me. Be careful, Madam Chen. It's an ambush. Go to hell! Don't get in my way. Madam Chen, we're still on Lungman soil. The nearby facilities can still be used, so please try not to cause too much damage. Shut up already. At least don't cut these buildings to pieces. Is she that powerful? Skip story, what are we in the end, player? Wait, what? This woman. She's so hard to deal with. Hard to deal with? Foolish infected. Did you think we'd allow you filth to treat Lungman like your personal latrine? LGD, attack. Boring. Yeah, you are. Sorry. Okay, some terrains such as bushes can provide good camouflage for air operators in the open field. Okay. You should take advantage of such terrain to ambush our enemies. So, when it comes to this, then, is it just for range? Then, yeah, is it just basically standard what's-its, but they just can't be attacked? Is that all it is? So I can only use ranged units there, yeah? Is that
All
the
is
crack?
ready.
Is that the crack, guys?
Enemy spotted. Prepare to fight. In position.
Pretty much, okay. Should we, should get down to just get ourselves some, DP, yeah?
I won't sleep on the job.
I won't sleep on the job.
Everyone, follow me.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna go straight for vanilla then, yeah?
You shall not pass.
Man, she's
There
turning
we
into
go.
Gandalf.
There you are.
Yeah, overhead work's the worst, dude, man. The absolute worst. Not just your shoulders, it's like your neck from looking up as well. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is kind of,
Everyone, follow me.
Here I am.
Oh, damn, I should have pulled her out. My bad. My bad, my bad. Chat, my bad. My bad, chat, my bad.
Please hold on. Here I am.
Yeah, you good, you good, you good, you good. You okay, guys? You okay? Vietnam all over again, you know.
My shield. You don't have what it takes.
Take it.
Thrust.
It wasn't Fang, so it's okay, right? True, true, true. Good points.
Take
This is facts. This is facts.
Roger.
Awaiting your orders.
There
I
you
like the
are.
grass. The grass is nice.
Thrust.
I feel like this feels like this is going too well. I feel like stuff's about to get rough.
Here I am.
I might pull her out and bring in a...
Here I am.
Easy. Oh, wait a minute. And these are the invisible guys. Do I want to have a shield here then?
Everyone, follow
Okay, so
me.
they only attack. Okay, so my other characters can only see them when they're blocked.
Awaiting orders.
There you are. This is the place. I'm right here. Everyone believes in me.
Okay.
There you are.
I'm like, do I drop her and bring in
Don't be afraid. ここですか?
Let's try that.
Everyone, follow me.
You try that? I don't know if that's a good call.
Here I am.
Okay. All right. We're good. We're good. We're cooking. We're cooking. We're okay. We're okay. Oh, shit. We got some big boys. Okay. It's about to get messy, I think. It's about to get messy.
Here I am. はい。ちゃんとバッテリーはまだまだ持ちますよ。
We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Let me strike hard.
Get that defense up. Get that defense up. Get nail guns. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Easy. Easy, chat. Easy. Madam, speak. Most of Reunion's forces have retreated already. Madam Chen, we're also done here. About those Reunion suspects that were rounded up a few days ago. Have we been able to get any information out of them? Reunion suspects. Okay. This dude looks like a problem. Does this crossbow look familiar to you? You're able to draw it, aren't you? What's the structure of the ammunition? How does it work? What were you doing in the slums? What were you doing in Lungma? Point Cody still MVP in IS3. I like Pinecone, yeah. Yeah, she's that, like, her skills really nice when they're, like, obviously stacking up. Nothing. They won't say a word. Or perhaps they just don't know anything. Like the other reunion members we defeated, they're probably nothing more than obedient puppets. Make them speak. Use any methods necessary. I want to know about their squads, their leadership, their strategies, where they're from, and what they plan to do. Get everything out of them that you can. I want everything I can get. Report back to me right away, no matter how insignificant it might seem. Do you know who seems to be, like, for me at the minute, who, like, it feels like my most useful character is Cruz. That obviously that might change, but, like, at the moment, she's just, you know, yeah, like, I feel like Cruz is always useful, at least for the most part, anyway. Roger. Has the LGD ever arrested reunion members before? We can't say for sure. In the end, it's just speculation. Get me in touch with Hoshiguma, sorry. How's the Special Operations Division faring? Are they still being overwhelmed by a single infected? I'm level 120 and Cruz is still useful. Cruz, in my opinion, is one of the most useful 3-star. Yeah, she's really good, man. She's really good. And I really like her as well. I just like the way she talks and everything. Reunion seems to have pulled back on their end as well. Inspector Hoshiguma is worried about the possible trap and is trying to rule out all of the... just a single person? Who the hell do they think they are coming and going like that? You should already know what your next mission is going to be, Amiya. We're going to get Misha back? Correct. This will be the joint operation. The LGD will take the lead, while Rhodes Island will be in charge of recon and the assault. Your mission is complete as long as you can stall Reunion's retreat. Understood. If we're looking for the enemy, won't we also risk being discovered? Right now, we also don't have enough support for our recon squad. We can't do this on our own. We should leave this to the professionals. Franca, help me get in touch with Penguin Logistics. We're going to need another favor from... How do you say this now? Exia and Texas. We'll go with that. We'll just go with
Their
Exia,
strikes can barely tickle me.
Yeah. Ian can't read anyway, so it doesn't matter. Cruz will stay useful for a while, but she falls off hard until you start playing IS-5. You can actually clear most content with just 3-star operators. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying that. Exia! Cruz is still the top pick for IS. Okay. Enemy has sent even more range units. Eliminate them first as they pose a greater threat. Right, okay. Okay. We've only got 2 snipers, sneaky spots now, yeah? Yeah, like, how do you even say it, like, as full, though? Hold on a second, guys. I just got a message. Alright, let's try it then. Let's try it then. I think the team we've got might do the job. Let's see. Let's see. Exuci. That sounds about right, yeah. It's about time you showed up, Hoshiguma. Apologies. We were delayed for a long time. Any injuries? No. However, we were shocked by how strong that infected was. The Special Ops Division had already committed a lot of members to reinforcing Lungman's defense. I had to take the rest of the available members with me. Was your entire squad really held up by a single enemy? I didn't believe it either until I saw her with my own eyes. That person truly was strong. On top of that, she seemed to be absent-minded. Anyway, about these people standing next to you. Are they Rhodes Island? Madam Chen, is she Hoshiguma, an elite from Special Operations Division? So you're the Rhodes Island that I've been hearing so much about. Such a young kid. Are you also with Rhodes Island? She's their leader. Madam Chen? Whoa. Anyway, let's cut the small talk. Any ideas about what we do now? 2 of our special agents have located the kidnapper's location. They're tracking Reunion as we speak and can provide us with directions. Not bad. Chen, I can see why they've earned your praise. These people take their work seriously. Madam Chen, praised us? Shiguma, gather all our squads. It's time to move out. Lead the way, Rhodes Island. Understood. As expected, Reunion left behind some scattered forces. They'll be lying in ambush on our route. Not a problem. Yes, as long as we move cautiously, we'll be able to take the initiative against them. Alright. Let me see how well you fight, Rhodes Island. Right, let's go. We got eyes on us, guys. We got eyes on us. We got eyes on us.
Well, I'll be sure to bring you some good news.
Oh, we got two entrances then.
All is ready.
Leave it to us.
Will she deal with that coming from that angle now?
Okay.
You know, if I face her that way, will she deal with them coming from both sides? She will, yeah. Let's try that.
I'm listening. Here I am.
Everyone, follow me.
I'll do my best.
Actually, that probably wasn't a good what's it, because
Your words are my keys.
I mean
a
1v1her. Get some shields behind her maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna want to do that. I feel like maybe a range unit might have been good, but we do need the heals, man. Maybe go with that. Maybe try that. See what Lappy can do anyway. Alright, Cruz. Deal with those guys, Cruz. Deal with those guys. Shit.
This is the place. There you are.
I should have pulled her before she dropped.
Ready for action.
Not happening, buddy. Not happening. Not happening. You're not getting fanged.
Got it.
You're not getting her. I think we're gonna have trouble here, boys. I think we're gonna have trouble here, boys. I could do with shit.
Please hold on.
You'll have to try harder than that.
Yeah, okay. Alright. This ain't gonna go down. We definitely need to have some blocking here, don't we? We definitely need to have some blocking here, I feel like, because these guys are just going through. Unless we pull Cruz, flip around facing this way now, or have Amir facing this way, potentially.
Take aim.
Or maybe just have Amir here, maybe?
Roger.
Let's try that. Okay, we're alright in a minute. We're alright. We're still going. We're still going. We're still going. We're still going.
Here I am. Is it my turn? Watch this.
No, I don't believe I've got Gummy now.
Take aim. What are your fall?
Okay, I'm thinking, do I bring in... Let's roll a second. I'm thinking, I don't know whether to bring in a... Let's bring her in. She's probably gonna get targeted. Ah, I'm going this way. They're gonna target her though, yeah?
Just try me.
Alright, go on, Lappy. Go on, Lappy. Protect her. Go on, Lappy. Shit.
Leave it to us.
I shall be your vanguard.
Take aim. I'm right here, Doctor.
Yeah, I think we're Gucci. I think we're Gucci. I think we're Gucci. Mine gonna die. Nah, she good. She good. She good. She good. She good. She's okay. Didn't even need to skill it. Didn't even need to skill it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Could have been better. I can see where I could have made it better now, you know? I can definitely see where I could have made it better. We got through, though. We got through. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yo, Kneecap, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the stream. Child point for Pinecon. We probably should have held back seating because you got that. I shall be your vanguard. Matterhorn, a defender. He just chilled then, he did. He was just chilling. So you must be Misha. Hello. I've heard a lot about you from Skull Shatterer. Now I finally get to meet you. Are you also infected? Yes, I am. Why did you join Reunion? Why? My wife, my child, they were all killed by the Chernobygians. Under Ursus, the infected were treated worse than livestock. The destruction of Chernobyl? No. No, that is far too light of a punishment. Do you know how much blood is on their hands? Misha, we've been feared, exploited, humiliated, and persecuted. Just because of the fact that we were infected. Not for any other reason. Sorry, I got a bit heated. Get what I said. So like I said, that's what I kind of like about Reunion. Don't get me wrong, they're doing terrible things. You get their anger, you know what I mean? You get where they're coming from. Not saying you do it yourself, but you get it, don't you? I like that. It's not just black and white. You should be able to watch season 1 of the anime after you finish chapter 3. Right, okay. I'm looking forward to watching it, actually. I think I just need to watch the rest of Delicious in Dungeon. I'm waiting for Rosie because we're watching it together. And then once I've watched that, I'm going to watch this, actually. I'm going to try and get Rosie to watch it with me as well. Ivan, come help tend to the injured. Coming. We're only using this abandoned mine as temporary base until we can reorganize and regroup. Once the time is right, we'll make our way back to Chernobyl. No. I threw away that name long ago. Why? That person already died. Just call me Skull Shatterer. Edgy. My name's Skull Shatterer now. Are you afraid? Skull Shatterer? Why? You'll soon understand. After we learned that you ended up as a refugee in Lungman, everyone volunteered to go rescue you. Okay, so she's known by these and on a personal level, yeah. We've also accepted many new members here. But you're hurting people. I don't want to do that. Why are the infected fighting each other? An eye for an eye, as things should be. There is a saying in Ursus, welcome your kin as you would welcome the warm spring. Welcome your enemies. What's wrong? Do you know? No. No, you don't. Edgy femboy. Alright. When they came for me, they dragged me out of my house. What's wrong? I saw my mother. She grabbed my hand. You saw it too. No. You must have. Wait, what? They beat her mercilessly, but she wouldn't let go of me. She left a trail of blood in the snow as they dragged her away. If Reunion had, if the infected could have, if only. If they came sooner, none of this would have happened. We would not have had to suffer so much. I wasn't brave enough to... Misha. It'll be fine. It'll all be fine in the end. I don't blame you. Back then, who would have been brave enough? Now, Reunion has given me that bravery. Skull Shatterer. Whether or not you trust us is up to you. Even if you trust us, whether or not you join us is also up to you. But you are an infected. Reunion will definitely fight until the bitter end so that the infected can be free. But you destroyed Chernobyl, along with the countless innocents. Innocents? Ha, who's innocent? When Chernobyl implemented the quarantine, did any of them speak out against it? When Ursus sent us to die in the mines and frozen wastelands, did any of them do anything about it? Did any of them ever stand up for us? I don't know. Reunion has 2 leaders who fought for Ursus for a long time. They said that there was some in Ursus who stood against the government for the sake of the infected. But they weren't in Chernobog. Chernobog coldly turned a blind eye towards us as we died. No, they laughed as they watched us die. Chernobog deserved to be destroyed. I met other people who were helping the infected. Rhodes Island? Despite being infected, they helped Lungmen and harmed us, didn't they? They slew our comrades and decimated our brethren, didn't they? No. You couldn't see the truth, but it should be clear to you now. Sorry, I let my anger take over. It's fine, I just imagine him going, don't call me by that name, call me Skull Shatterer. It's fine, I understand how you feel. You must have been suffering so much all this time. Everyone has been through a lot. Right now, at least we have hope. Tallulah, she's the one who took charge of the infected and led the fight against the cruelty of this world. Reunion is the only hope we have. I see. Well, you suffered so much. You've all suffered so much, sorry. If Reunion can really protect them all, of course. Just like how Reunion will protect everyone, I will protect you. I won't let anyone hurt you anymore. Skull Shatterer? Oh, I found him. Looks like they sustained some pretty serious losses. Luckily, I didn't head back to the company headquarters. Otherwise, I would have needed to make a long detour for this mission. Try to predict their escape routes. Send all likely routes along with their bearings to Amia. I'll be done in a sec. We can't give Reunion time to regroup. Let's see. Over there. Like this. And that should do it. Are you done? What do you need? How are we going to do this? Let's have a little warm-up first. Start with their sentries.
Their strikes can barely tickle me.
Alright, let's go. The best boy. Oh, shit. Boss fight. Hold on a second, guys. I'm just going to grab myself a glass of milk. Just need some cookies. Okay, then what we got to do then? Convolution. And is equipped with a detector can disable the effect of bushes. Oh, beware of the enemy leader as his ability to disrupt their formation. Operators deployed on it will not be targeted by enemy ranged attacks. Okay. Would sure be kind of useful then. I feel like we need some more range. Bullying time.
At your service.
Let's see what happens. Curses! We might be short on range, but we'll see what happens. There are only 2 enemies. Get in there already. What are you so scared of? We've already lost over 20 soldiers. You should bring another snot. Yeah, I'm thinking I might need some more range. We'll see how it goes and I'll switch it out. Those 2 devils are no ordinary people. What's your right? Give me a hand. Keep pressuring her. I'll finish her off. I don't have time to deal with that guy rushing at me. You owe me a drink next time, alright? Sure. Now hurry it up. Alright. Hey, Mr. Reunion guy? Huh? This bullet is my gift to you. Make sure to accept it with gratitude. Bullet? What the? Took care of him for you. Thank you very much. You monster. Her sword. I'm sorry. Usually I prefer to use two. You like my what's it, guys? That's the rest of them. We were totally in sync back there. Guess so. Get back here. Here comes their main force. Looks like we made a bit too much noise and drew their attention. Ah, you! How can this be? What have you done? Ah, don't take this personally. But we're on a contract, you know. When you're in a logistics business, there's nothing more important than fulfilling your contracts. On your left? Huh? What? Huh? Thanks. Please cover my right then. Start running. We need to move. Peak voice acting for real? Exia, we're currently approaching your position. We've drawn the full attention of the enemy. The rest is up to you. Stay safe, you two. Franca, have you arrived at the destination yet? All good here. Liscom and the other defenders are already in position. Everyone, please be on your guard. The enemy snipers may be using the landscape to conceal themselves. Make sure to mind your own positioning and prioritize targeting the enemy snipers. Next, we'll prepare our assault. Don't overdo it. We can't put our target in danger. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Everyone, let's roll out.
Okay, so these dudes detect people in the bushes, yeah. Okay. Oh shit, look at that.
Leave it to us.
I'm thinking, do I like put crews shooting down this way?
Incoming. Get ready, everyone. Okay.
We'll go for like that. I think that's a good thing to do. I think it'd be better probably going across there with that, really.
There you are.
Will she blow them off into there then? Oh, wait. Okay, that was a bad placement. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah, the music slaps in this. Okay, yeah, there we go, there we go. Oh, shit!
Solid positioning.
Chat. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I didn't know there was one down here, man. Oh my days, chat. Oh my days. Chat. Mistakes are made, chat.
Here I am. You shall not pass. Thrust.
Shit, chat. Fuck.
Roger.
Oh shit. We're in a bad spot. We're in a bad spot, chat. We're in a bad spot. We're in a spot of bother, chat. We're in a spot of bother. We're in a spot of bother, chat. Can I place him there? He can't go on there, can he? Shit. Okay, I need to think this through. Should we just place Beagle in deep placement there, maybe? Yeah, dude. I straight up did not see that down there. I need to get a healer on fields.
Understood. I'm right here, Doctor. There we go.
Okay, so these guys, yeah. Do these let other people know they're here? So do these guys not attack, but they let people know to attack me? Is that what their deal is then? Yeah, okay.
There
Okay.
you are.
Little rats then, ain't they? Little rats. Shit.
Take it. Please hold on.
Oh, in a rough spot here, boys. We're in a rough spot here, boys. We're in a rough spot, boys.
Grant me strength. Watch this.
Got it.
It's a bit, is it? Oh, shit. Because it's, oh, I need to block, don't I? I need to block. Fuck. Okay, yeah, we're fucked. Yeah, we're fucked. We're cooked. Chat, we're cooked. Alright. Let's restart. Okay. Okay. Oakley dokley. Okay, this is okay. Alright, this is the thing. This is the thing. Okay, I definitely think we need some more range, yeah. I think maybe bring Jessica in, maybe? Maybe bring Jessica in, because we can use Shaw. I just play Shaw in a bad position, right? I'm thinking maybe Pinecone's not the one for this one, maybe. Maybe we drop Pinecone and go for a little bit more of a universal range character, maybe. Let's drop Pinecone. We'll maybe go for Shirayuki. We'll try Shirayuki, maybe. Use Jay to kill the scouters. You can kill the scouts early to keep the ops in the grass safe. Alright, let's try this. What does Jay do specifically?
Ready whenever.
What does Jay do?
Operation commencing.
In position.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. How do I attack these then? Fuck.
We're fighting you guys. Then please do your best this job.
Do I need to block them? So wait, what? Oh, let me restart. So can I deploy on top of them maybe? They can heal or silence, but the cost to every second. Stopping DP, recovering, but being unkillable. Oh, I can deploy. I can deploy on top of them. Okay.
No.
Right. Okay.
First aid needed.
Okay. Fast redeploy, basically drop down, they do their job and retreat. Okay.
Commencing operation.
What's it like? I can put.
Understood.
Alright, you got pussy. You like that? Little bitch. Yeah, fuck you,
Ready
bitch.
to heal.
In position.
He's got a decent amount of health. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna get murked.
Please hold on.
Heal. Vanilla's getting fucked. Yo, what?
You shall not pass.
Vanilla's getting fucked, lads. What the hell?
I'm listening.
Everyone, follow me.
Target location reached.
Okay, Vanilla was naughty. Hold up. Yeah, I took my lantern out, you know, for sure. Can I blow her off the map like I can these guys? Could I put Shaw to pop her off? Where would I put her though to do that? And what's her route now? I forgot what her route is. Can I see a route in here? I forgot. I know she kind of goes like round here and then I think, did she come down here? Would like I want to bring Beagle back, put sure where Beagle is maybe?
There you are. Thrust. Grant me strength.
Yeah.
This halberd isn't just for show.
Yeah, I'm struggling with this one. I'm gonna need a couple of runs to get used to this.
Out of the way.
My placement's all over the place. Hey, get fucked. My placement's all over the place. Alright, let's call back Vanilla from there, yeah.
Here I am.
I need a shielder in here, don't I?
First aid box is ready. Here I am.
Fuck. Shaw's getting battered.
Got it.
My shield. You don't have what it takes.
Okay, yeah. I think we're gonna have to rerun this one, chat. We're getting wrecked here. We're getting wrecked. Alright, let's restart. I can see this is going down the pan. Okay.
Sustained injuries.
Let me have a look at where school fucking Crown Slayers what's it goes. Let's have a look. Okay, so she loops round here, chills up. So when this clock's here, that's where they stay for a second, yeah. So she comes up here, So like, you know how you was on about, like, so if I waited for School Shatterer to do a thing here, yeah, or Crown Slayer, come down here, come up here, and then what if I place Shaw there then? So as she comes up on this path, Shaw just blows her off into there? Would that work? Obviously, Shaw's not getting overrun, I guess. You know, a little drive-by kind of thing? Or would it be better just getting Shaw down here? Why is she saying that? Shaw can be placed up here as well, couldn't she? So could we put Shaw up here? Like Shaw here or here, maybe? To blow off here? That'd probably be a better move, yeah. If Shaw has a skill ready at the moment. Oh, yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, okay, yeah. Alright, okay, we'll try that then. Okay, so I feel like, I don't know whether to drop Steward and maybe bring him a Lantha to deal with this. Yeah, let's try it. Let's Let's bring him a Lantha maybe and she can deal with those dickheads like. Because Vanilla was struggling. Vanilla was struggling hard, bro.
Oh,
Shit.
it's even harder.
Leave it to us.
I don't know if that's a good place to put her there, I don't know.
Understood.
Enemy spotted. Prepare to fight.
Okay. Thrust.
Right, so should I just pull Melantha now to redeploy maybe over there?
Instructions. ready to heal. This halberd isn't just for show. Thrust. There we go. There you are.
Yo, Fang's clapping fucking this dickhead up, man. Go on, Fang. Go on, Fang.
There you are. This is the place. Take aim.
Everyone, follow me.
Awaiting your orders. Clear! Your words are my battles aren't always won by the most experienced. Here I am.
I need more range units in shit, I just remembered. We're gonna have drones start coming now, aren't we?
Take aim.
Thrust.
Bitch!
There you are.
Okay, that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. Okay, right. I need to re-switch now to deal with the drones, don't I? Really.
Is it my turn? Watch this. Battles aren't always won by the most experienced. I'll do my best.
Is she gonna get fucked over by all those dudes though? She might, yeah.
Here
As long as she can get him before she dies. Shit. Ah, they're gonna get through. Oh no, that was so close.
First aid box is ready. Clear! Your words are my command.
Understood.
Ah. Okay, we're gonna have to go again. We're gonna have to go again. I should have pulled vanilla. I should have pulled vanilla earlier.
There you are.
Can you do it?
Got it. Please give me instructions.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Ready.
Yeah, the cruise plate's not really optimal, is it really?
Everyone, follow me.
There you are.
Very well. Sever.
Grant me strength. Watch this.
Okay, I think if we just pulled Shaw as soon as we blew Crown Slayer off, adjusted Cruz's position, you just have Cruz sit there anyway. Got Amir down a bit quicker. You know?
Thrust. Here. Everyone.
Let's just clear it and then we'll rerun it. Probably just need to pull Fang, you reckon? Alright, we'll clear it. We'll go again. We'll go again. We'll go again. Look. Huh. This is the trigger. Just load the ammo like this. Aim at the enemy and pull the trigger. This will launch the bullet. Then concentrate and grip the handle. Concentrate and channel your arts. This will cause the bullet to detonate. I don't know if I can. I know you can do this. We have a lot in common. I can feel it within you. Just picture it in your mind. Here, hold on to this iridium shard. Concentrate. My palm feels hot. That's right. I knew it. I knew it. Yes, Misha, you really are. Ha ha ha. You really are my... Is it a sister? Is he sister or something? We have to go, Skull Shatterer. Hurry. We can't hold this base anymore. What happened? Rhodes Island is attacking. We're being rushed. Those bastards. Don't panic. Regroup and prepare our counter-attack. Skull Shatterer. I'm sure Rhodes Island will what? You want me to have a chat with Rhodes Island? They're surely trying to help the infected. They killed so many of my comrades. You're really asking me to talk to them? All my comrades, they're infected too. Rhodes Island, those self-proclaimed saviors of the infected. What did they do to help my comrades? What did they say to you to blind you? I don't know. Sorry. I'm getting too emotional. One thing is certain. My name is Skull Shatterer. Reunion has finally provided a slither of hope to the infected after all this time. But Rhodes Island, despite being infected, chose to hurt us, slaughter us. What are they but traitors? What is there to discuss with traitors? Are the infected doomed to always kill each other then? Then, what am I supposed to do? Should I just stand by and watch my comrades die? Don't worry. We'll protect you. You'll also have to protect yourself though. Don't get pulled into the fighting. Please be careful. Promise, you'll come back. Just when I finally found you again. Yeah, I'll come back for you. And we'll go home together. Mm-hmm. Yo, what's going on, OMG? How's it going, man? Long time no see. Hey there. So you need my help after all? That's right. Actually, the situation is a bit different from what Tallulah told us. The enemy is more powerful than we expected. That's why you have to protect Misha. I don't think I'm obligated to do that. You are. Fine, fine. However, it's not enough to just protect Misha, is it? If you fail, they'll still catch up to us. What do you have in mind? Skull Shatterer. Don't you remember what I told you before? I do. We can turn the tables if we take out that target. Doctor. Pixel tree? Doctor. See, you were paying attention. All we have to do is take out their commander. Easy, right? The hooded person who's always next to that bunny girl. The person who leads Rhode Island's combat operations. If you can kill that one, bang. Just like that, their brain will be gone. Everything will be so easy after that. We don't have many troops left and we're running out of options. I don't know if it will, man. Amir's kind of cooking, to be fair. There's a location near the front of the mines that will be great for setting up our ambush. My casters will provide cover for you. You know what to do, don't you? I'll use my troops to draw them here. Don't miss this opportunity. I understand. Take care of Misha for me. Sure thing. Anyways, good luck.
Hooray! We won! Although a few enemies managed to get away.
Yeah, don't remind me. All right, let's rerun that then to get the 3-star. Let's rerun that to get the 3-star. I think we can do it with what we got. Yeah, I think we can do it with what we got. I think we're good. I think we're good.
Please take good care of yourself while I'm gone.
Leave it to us.
Shit, I should have probably put Fang there, actually. She's going to stand right on top of her, isn't she? Yeah, it was a bad placement. Fuck. Whatever.
Understood.
We're fighting you guys. Then please do your bestest job, or I'll be really bored.
I'll do my best.
Everyone,
I probably should have put Fang there, man. Should I have crews like that?
I'm listening. Your words are battles aren't always won by the most experienced. Please give me instructions.
everyone, follow me.
Take aim. here? There you are. Your words are you shall not pass.
You shall not pass.
Everyone, follow me!
There you are.
Oh, you bitch!
Don't be afraid. I can heal that wound in no time. Here I am.
Thrust!
Understood.
Bruh!
We failed. How did things end up this way?
Okay, alright, okay. You then. Right, I thought I saw the skill charges as well. I thought we were good. I thought we were good to go.
Check your gear before departing.
You know. Rickrolled. Straight up rickrolled.
Understood.
Do I go one deeper maybe? I don't know, let's try that. Shit,
All
bro.
is ready.
That's some bullshit. I feel like getting rid of this one first might be better. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to get rid of this one first and then go for this one.
I'll do my best.
Everyone, follow me!
I'm listening. Your words are you shall not pass.
Yeah, it might have been because she like pushed straight off the tile, didn't she?
Extinguishing flames.
Thrust!
There we go. What are your orders?
Understood.
Here I am. You shall not pass.
Thrust!
Here I am.
Don't know about that, I don't know.
Ready. Exterminate.
There you are.
Cruz needs a heal, man.
Everyone, follow me!
Not this time. Not this time. Shit, Cruz, fuck.
Roger. You shall not pass.
Oh man, I need the heals over there, don't I? Fuck. Fuck. Shit.
Solid positioning.
Understood. Don't be afraid.
Thrust!
Target location reached.
Hopefully Lappy can,
Ready. Sever.
Doctor, I can
Is he
heal
gonna be a
that
problem
wound in
going
no
down
time.
here? Ah. This one's gonna skate straight through, isn't he? Shit. Maybe we do go for the left side one then first. Maybe we do go for the left side one first then.
Sorry. I'll fight harder next time.
I thought filtering out the drones, like, before they got across would have been a better play, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was. That was much messier.
Listen, everyone. Stay calm. Understood.
Alright. Okay, let's get rid of the left side first then. Let's get rid of the left side first then. And then we can we've got these covered, haven't we then? Then we can just concentrate on my guy over there then.
Understood.
Everyone, follow me.
I won't sleep on the job.
I won't sleep on the job.
You shall not pass.
Uh-huh.
Here I am.
Everyone, follow me.
Oh, sweet. Sure saved her. Wait, did bro just take a shot at Cruz?
There you are.
I think it might be worth bringing in Lappy down there for a little bit, you know what I mean? Just to help filter things a little bit faster, and then we can pull her out quickly if we need to.
Out of the way! Out of the way! This is the place. Here I am.
You know when they're under attack, do they still show the people in the grass then? Or is it just when they're passively standing there?
Everyone, follow me.
Alright, sure's good to go.
Out of the way! Out of the way!
Get gone, get gone, get gone.
Understood.
She done for, she done for. Okay, we can probably pull Lappy now, yeah.
Show me what you got there.
You shall not pass. There you are.
Tell me, what's your plan? Show me what you got there.
Thrust.
Roger.
Take aim.
If that's a good placement.
Let me
Oh, these fuckers got through.
Watch this.
Oh, keep messing up. Running Fang then allowed him to just rock through. I'm a dumbass. That was such a dumbass move. Okay, alright. Okay. I'm thinking... Yeah, we didn't need to put Lappy down, I don't think. I think maybe we could drop Lappy for another range unit, maybe, do you reckon? Because we don't necessarily need her, do we? She's, like, useful to clear it a little bit quicker. But, like, I feel like we could drop her just for another range unit, maybe. But she can target aerial stuff as well, can't she? So maybe putting Lappy over in that spot over there would probably be a bit of a better play, maybe.
Listen, everyone. Stay calm.
Okay, alright. We got these. We got these. Third time's a charm. Third time's a charm, chat. Third time's a charm.
Understood.
Third time's a charm. Yeah, I forgot to pull Melander out then.
Ready.
I didn't know why I pulled Fang when I did. It was stupid.
Understood.
Everyone, follow me.
This halberd isn't just for show. I won't sleep on the job. Ha!
Alright, once you got that DP up, we'll We'll switch out what's a face and slap Matterhorn in there, yeah?
You have violated the fire regulation. It's safe here.
Oh shit, I need to fetch her out, man. I didn't realise the skate was down. Too busy watching them fight over there.
This halberd isn't just for show.
Everyone, follow me.
Here I am.
Someone's in the door, chat, 2 seconds. Yeah, the door. It was the door. Okay, alright,
Here I am.
Right, I left my lantern down a little bit too long again there. I fucked up.
Doctor, I can heal that wound in no time. Your words are my command.
Everyone, follow me.
Extinguishing flames.
Oh, really, bro? Fuck.
Oh no! The fire is spreading in this direction.
I'm getting trolled now. I'm getting trolled. Alright, okay, let's focus this time. Let's focus this time. Sorry. Somebody was at the door. Kind of cut me out. That did. I want the 3-star on this chat. I want the 3-star.
Remember your faces after this one.
I want the 3-star.
Let's just get started.
Okay.
Alright, we got to make sure as soon as he's dead, Melander out, because that few seconds can make all the difference. Lock in, time to lock in, yep. Alright, okay.
I'll do my best.
Once he's done, get her out. Keep my eye on that fight over there.
Everyone,
Get distracted by what's going on elsewhere.
I won't sleep on the job. This halberd isn't just for show.
Let's get Shaw in. Melantha's nearly done.
What are your orders?
Right, pull Melantha, right? Okay, Melantha's out. You know what? I think we... Actually, no, we'll get ready to pop a healer down here, I think. Yeah, let's get a healer down here, just to keep Vanilla alive for a little bit longer. We want her to move off that spot first as well, don't we, before we drop her in.
Me.
You have violated the fire regulation.
Okay, nice, nice. Do your thing, Shaw, do your thing. How did bro see Cruz in the grass? What the fuck?
This halberd isn't just for show. Here I am.
Thrust.
I don't know if to get a range unit up here as well, because nobody seems to really bother too much up here.
Take aim.
So you ain't sure gonna waste the skill on Big Boy now. Oh, come on, charge.
Take that.
Everyone, follow me.
Oh, no.
This is the place. Here I am.
We're gonna have to do that, man. The timing then, bro. Fuck.
I'll do my
This is
best.
swift. Let's go again.
Bravo.
The timing on the skill, bro. The timing on the skill. That killed me. Absolutely killed me.
Listen, everyone. Stay calm.
Yeah, I think having Lappy there was a good watch, because since I've not put Lappy there, it's causing me problems. I just need to get her out when I can.
Why can't everyone
Potentially
try
maybe
to
get her as in a
along?
redeploy at some point, maybe.
Understood.
Because Shaw got caught up using his ability on there then, didn't he? Or she, I can't remember if Shaw's a dude or a chick.
Please give me instructions. This halberd isn't just for show. There we go. There you are.
Okay.
Thrust.
Shaw's a girl, yeah. Alright, let's get Lappy in to filter some of these dudes out then. Cool. I just need the timing gods on my side now. Melantha's got 30 odd seconds left. Now we can bring Beagle in up here, yeah, to provide some
This is the
blocking for those invisible dudes.
Won by the most experienced. Take aim.
Oh man, that skill timing though again, man.
Everyone,
I might try. I need to deal with that big dude some other way. I think. Oh no, we're good. Get out of here. We're good. Now we can probably pull Lappy now. Yeah, I think we can probably pull Lappy.
Your words are my. This halberd isn't just for show. Your words are my command. Take aim. What are your orders?
Roger.
Got it.
Go for that, maybe. Feel like Amia's gonna get targeted though. Yeah.
Follow me.
Is it my turn? Watch this! Please come to your senses! Ha!
Ready. Sever.
Oh no, this fucker's gonna get through. Shit, man.
There you are!
Oh, Cruz!
Thrust!
Come on, Cruz!
My shield.
I love you,
You don't
Cruz!
have what it takes.
I love you, Cruz!
There you are! Here I am!
Cruz is the GOAT. Good. I think we're okay, yeah. That might have been a terrible placement. No, we're good, yeah. We're good.
Doctor, please come to your senses!
Yeah, man, we're good.
Very well.
Understood.
Extinguishing flames.
Oh, Cruz was so freaking clutch. So clutch. Oh my god. This is why I love Cruz. This is why I love Cruz, chat, man. She was so clutch then. Like, 2 drones, man, were like literally in the blue box. And she was like, nah, not happening. Not happening. Let's go. That was pretty sick. Okay. That was cool. Okay. So this is the one that I've heard so much about. And apparently I think this is going to be a problem for me, yeah? It's going to be a problem for me. TR15. It says tutorial, so you think that's going to be easy, but Some of the tutorials in this game so far have been, yeah. Learn to retreat operators in time to pass the final tests. Okay. This is one of my weaknesses, is retreating operators. Alright, let's have a look then. Let's have a look. Okay. Looks like we have many people here today. Oh, Amir, you are here too. Yeah, Instructor Doberman asked me to take part in this training too. I heard that today's session will be the last training. Correct. Doctor has pretty much reviewed all basic combat strategies in previous trainings. Next, I prepared a final challenge for the Doctor. Defend against a wave of elite... Oh, shit. Doctor, get ready for your deployment points will be very limited in this operation. You must use your discretion to withdraw temporarily. Unnecessary operators for more DP. Remember, half of DP costs will be refunded when withdrawing ordinary operators. For some Vanguard operators like Plume, all DP will be refunded. This is going to be a very tough fight, and without a doubt, a great challenge for you. Good luck, Doctor. And you too, Jessica. I will do my best. I think I'm very familiar with everything already, Doctor. Rest assured that we are ready for your orders. Next time, show me what you're capable of, okay? For the sake of all futures.
Incoming. Get ready, everyone.
Ready for Overwatch.
I don't know if I want to be deeper or further forward. Shit.
In position.
I think I fucked up already.
Hmm?
Got it.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, boys. Boys. I fucked up already, boys.
Target location reached.
Fuck. Okay.
I'm sorry. So sorry.
Okay, we need... Shit. Okay. Need help eating these? No, we'll get it. I think. Mate, I might change my mind in a bit.
Keep your guard up. Ready for Overwatch.
All right. Freeze!
In position.
Hmm? This is the place. Not one step backward. Grant me strength. Roger. There we go.
Everyone, follow me.
Oh, let's go. Bang gang, man.
Did it?
Bang gang.
I managed to protect
The
everyone
switch
by
up,
myself.
boys. The switch up. Learning has occurred. Brain is expanding. Smoothness is reducing. Creases are happening. Okay, alright. That there actually does. That is a good what's it on redeploying and retreating. That really does make you think, you know what? Okay. Alright. Wrong method but get a good outcome. Hey, if we get through, I call that a W. I'll call that a W. I thought we were going to be getting stuck there. Not going to lie, that first one, I was like, okay, wait a minute. This seems like this might actually be kind of difficult. Use that exact method, actually. Hey, let's go. Good outcome equals good methods. I like that thought process. I like that thought process. If it works, it works. Right? A scuff clears it clear, right? Right? Second try, amazing. Man, my motivation is dog Duke today. Take a breather there, man. Take a breather. Motivation is fleeting at the end of the day. Remember that. Discipline is what matters. But, you know, can always take a rest. Have a cup of coffee, man. Chill for a moment. You know? Get back at it. Okay. I've been meaning to tell you, Pigs, that you should do Annihilation stages even as you're not strong enough to do it. It gives a pull currency and resets weekly. Right, we'll have a look into doing that. I think next stream then. Should we do that next time we play Arknights? We'll have a little go at Annihilation stage then. Maybe do a little bit of that, mix a little bit of that into the a little bit of that into the fray. My wife will discipline me if I don't get it done. Well, there you go. Then the fear will push you on, right? Fear will push you on. Okay, give me 2 seconds, chat, and then we'll get back into it. It's like 4:05 now. We can do another one. Yeah, people can see you, Winter. People can see you. They should be able to anyway, because I can see the chat going across. Agree with Annihilation, plus now you got the skip daily ticket, you just need to do it once. I still remember when I put my phone on auto for 1 hour just to finish it back in the day. It doesn't matter if he keeps losing the Annihilation, it costs no sanity every time he does it. And loses, he'll still get pulls until he hits cap. Okay, alright. Hey, look, I'm just saying, like, you know? Best Arknights EM player. I'm joking. Once you go get bodied in this next map now. Please pay attention to the joint attacks of enemy invisible units and casters. Right, okay. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Right. I think we might be okay with what we've got. Let's get rid of Shaw. We need to get rid of Shaw, don't we? Everything playing phone in?
I'll do all I can.
Pixel Tree. If you just search up if you search up Pixel Tree TV, then it'll definitely come up. Because for some reason, when you search up my name on Pixel Tree, the first thing it wants to show you is a video of a Pixel Tree. It's like, you know. I don't think I need to E1 Silver Ash, don't I? It's probably a good idea to get that done then soon, yeah, considering at that point maybe I'll start doing some farming then for Silver Ash. Okay. Alright, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay.
Everyone, prepare to deploy. And please keep in mind that coordinated actions bring victory.
In position.
Here I go. I won't sleep on the job. Here I am.
Thrust.
This is the place. There you are. Take aim.
Everyone, follow me.
Thing is now though, it's getting the heals in. You know what I mean? I could pull Cruise a second and get the heals in that way.
Sure.
Now the only thing is now, if I drop her in, she's going to get targeted first, isn't she? Shit.
There we go.
Solid positioning.
Oh.
Like, if I'd have got Beagle down later, actually, then that could have worked, couldn't he? Still doing alright at the minute.
Everyone,
Watch this.
ready for action.
I feel like the last tutorial we did is going to come in handy now. I need to pull back, don't I? Like, maybe start regrouping up a little bit.
My shield is... You don't have what it takes!
Understood. Doctor, I can heal that wound in no time. Victory shall be mine!
Is that Albert on video playing from your desktop pics? No, it'll just pop up every, like, so long. It's just for Tangier, so you guys can, like, do little interactive things and stuff on the stream. Mainly works for Twitch, really, because, like, without Twitch, you have to use tokens on YouTube, but I think you have to pay for them. Like, people can use points, channel points on Twitch. Is he coming up too often? Because it shouldn't be, it should only be coming up, like... It should only come up every, like, 10 to 15 minutes.
I won't sleep on the job. Here I am. 普段通り釘を打てば大丈夫。
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
I think we did alright.
We didn't really bring in the retreating method there. We kind of just brute forced it, but I could see what it was trying to do. I could see what it was trying to do in that regard. It would have definitely worked if it, you know, we could have like had like a rolling retreat system going on there, couldn't we? I'm currently on 6-1. I'd give you advice from someone who is also fairly new place. Defenders, last place, medics, where they can unleash their full range. Oh yeah, I know. It's just sometimes in stages I still find myself getting my my placement order down badly, but I know like the priority and targeting's like that. But we squeeze through, chat. We squeeze through, chat. See, I need to get E2 Silver Ash will reveal the invis. So like, even if they're not getting blocked, they'll appear, yeah? Okay. Because really, I guess the whole mechanic behind them is to like overload your enemy, your vanguards, defenders, whatever it is, right? You're like your choke point positions. So I suppose if you're not in that position, AoE casters are always a good call, aren't they? So they can at least dump a lot of damage into multiple of them when they're stacked up on a defender. Yeah, to be fair, my defenders, well, a lot of my game's weak, but my defenders and medic placement and timing's probably like my weak point. Do you know what I mean? In terms of not just like my placement, but the timing and the order of my placement, you know? Pinecone will take care of that. True. Pinecone needs fire for that stuff. Okay then, I think we'll call it there, chat. I think we'll call it there. Is this got a little bit of a story, or is this just the quest, the stage? Actually, now we'll call it there. We'll call it there. We'll call it there. It is 4:15 now. I've got to get Rosie from work. We're gonna play some more tomorrow, guys. We're gonna play some more tomorrow. I'm really enjoying the game. I'm really enjoying the game, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Invisibility reveal will like if this range of attack they operate with invisibility reveal will attack it. Yeah. But I was more saying like it's designed in a sense that obviously if you haven't got reveal, that it creates like a stack on your bottleneck in a sense, because obviously your operators will ignore them until they get blocked, won't they? So if you've got a bunch of ranged operators, they'll just let them pass by, and then it potentially overwhelms a character that's acting as a bottleneck in regards to blocking. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna start doing a little bit of farming as well. I just haven't had much time to play off stream the last few days to actually do a bit of a character farming, material farming. Because we've E1'd Lappy.
What will we be doing today,
Hold on, where are we? We've E1'd Lappy, we've E1'd Amia, obviously we've E1 Cruz, Steward, Lava, Orchid, Ansel, Melantha, Spot, Beagle, you know, the standard 3 stars we've been E1'ing, because obviously, you know, it's free for that, is cheaper at least anyway. Yeah, they're the only 2 higher rarities that we've E1'd at the moment. I thought they were good ones to go with. I was thinking about, like, I did want to make sure I was concentrating on Amir and Lappy. And then, like, I don't know who else I was going to potentially... We could maybe go into Silver Ash a little bit, because, like, we are coming up against a lot of Invisis, aren't we? So, it might be useful to maybe... Do we get that at E1? Or do we get that at the next one then, yeah? We get that at T2 then? E2, yeah, okay. Alright. So maybe see about getting him, try and getting him up a little bit. Because like, I've still got my E2 ticket, so once I've got to the point where I'm starting to E2 characters, I can use that. You know? I can use that. But as I say, I want to get to that organically before we start using that. You know? Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I like silence. I just didn't been running silence the last couple of watches because I was leveling up some of my 3 stars, so I pulled silence out for that. But yeah, I can bring silence back in really because I was using silence for a while, but I did it so I could E1 Ansel and Hibiscus because I was just like, you know, 3-star operators at the minute are doing me fine for the most part. So that's what I was kind of concentrating. I was concentrating on doing a bit of vertical investment on my 3 stars, and then I went to a little bit of horizontal investment in Amir and Lapland because I thought they would benefit me the most at the moment. Yeah, I like Shirayuki as well, yeah. Yeah, Foxy Teeth, that's one of the reasons why I do want to level up silence as well, is for that. Is for the drone. But yeah, chat. I will see you all tomorrow. I'm going to be live later on this evening, but it's going to be on my 2nd channel. If you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to. Let me give you a link. Let me give you a link here. If you want to check it out, I'll pop it in the chat. I'm going to be streaming there later. I'm going to be playing some Frag Punk and probably some Throne and Liberty, though. So it's not gacha gaming. But, you know, if you're interested, if you want to come and hang out, you're more than welcome to. And I will be back tomorrow on Arknights, guys. Okay? So you can come and watch me be a noob some more. And we'll continue on with the story because I'm really getting invested in the story as well. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm liking it a lot. And, yeah, I'll see you all later anyway, yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Stay safe. All that good stuff. And I will catch you all a little bit later. I'll see you later on my 2nd channel. If not, I'll catch you all in tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Ta-ra.